Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is story about what if Naruto trained by Hashirama and Madara for Chunin exams part 1. Before I start, please do support for more amazing content and comments for part 2. Do consider to subscribe my channel and share my video to your friends and check out the description as well. Let's start the video. Inside a dark cave with rocks that covered the entrance, spare cloaks and gun by covered the wall. Stalactites and stalagmites dot the cave, and a gigantic statue stands out in the center of the room as it sits on a giant flower. An old man with white hair and the glowing red eyes of the Sharingan, attached to a statue by black rods, and a second man with a mask covering his face as a single Sharingan glows in the darkness of the mask. I will watch your actions carefully, though Zetsu, Obito. From this day forth you shall take my name and finish Project Suki no Mi. Eye of the Moon, the white-haired man says, and then a black rod reaches out and stabs one white-skinned plant man. Then a darkness seeps over the man, creating a second face. Yes, Madara-sama, Obito says. What's going on with me? I feel as if a great evil has been lifted from my heart, Madara thinks to himself. Just then a man appears wearing a white robe and a dark red and blue mask with a scythe made from a human skull and a dark black material for the staff on his back. Your time has come, Madara Uchiha. A dark voice roars in Madara's head, and his head alone. The figure lifts the scythe from his back and brings it crashing down upon Madara, and a black chain emerges from Madara's chest. Then it divides in half, and the soul of Madara Uchiha is gathered, and then the man disappears. Obito looks at Madara's body confused, not having seen the cloaked figure, but he still recognizes the signs of death. So the great Madara has fallen, and in his place I rise and carry on his work, Obito says. Then he walks away. Limbo. Madara raised his eyebrows as he began to look around. Where did you take me, Shinigami-sama? Limbo. A dark voice responds, sounding right behind him. Madara spins around to see a man he had fought long ago. Where's Shinigami-sama? Madara asks at the face of the only man other than Hashirama to beat him, CJ Zaraki Kenpachi. I am no longer the same mortal you knew. I have now been given one of the highest honors by Kami herself. Madara's eyes narrowed at this. And what did you do to gain this rank? Watch your tongue, mortal. If I so desired, I could throw you into the darkest pits of hell and play sunshine lollipops for the rest of eternity, CJ threatens, and Madara's eyes shrink in fear. I'll be good, Madara says quickly. Good little whipped Uchiha. However, that isn't important. What matters now is the fact that you are going to be punished for your crimes. The Shinigami smiles evilly. I think I have the perfect punishment in mind. Then the Shinigami reaches for his scythe and slashes a portal open in the darkness. A bright light fills the room, and then the silhouette of a body fills the center of the light. The Shinigami grabs the chain on Madara's chest and the chain on the other figure's chest, and brings them closer together, and when the ends touch they snap together and bind themselves together. Bound for eternity to the one you hate the most. Then the light dims and Madara sees Hashirama Senju. Who said I hated him the most? Madara asked. Don't you? Asked the Shinigami. No, I hate his brother the most. Hashirama offered me the Hokage's position, and for that he is not on the bottom of my shit list. So you do like me, Madara-kun? Hashirama said gleefully. I never said I liked you, Harashima Baka. Madara glares at him. This is only a temporary fix, but no, I know you can't run away. The Shinigami smiles again. Come, both of you, Kami, Yami and I have work to do, and you're both a part of our grand plan. Then the Shinigami grabs the chain, then opens another portal, and dragging Madara and Hashirama with him walks towards it. As they get closer to the portal, the light becomes too blinding, so in an effort to save their eyesight, Hashirama and Madara shield their eyes. When they open them again, Madara is bound to a chair by chains and Hashirama is standing next to him. Both of them look around and see Kami, Yami and the Shinigami sitting in 3 separate chairs, forming a triangle around them. Madara Uchiha, you are charged with ruining all the work my brothers and I have worked for ever since the Sage of the Six Paths died, said the woman with white flowing robes and the symbol for God, surrounded by trees and animals. For your crimes we have decided that you will spend the rest of eternity bound to Hashirama, and you will become Amaterasu's new play toy, as he needs one desperately. This time it is the man with black robes with a third eye protruding from his forehead who spoke. Good one, Yamini. The Shinigami says, laughing, and then pulls out a dog whistle, and then he blows into it. Amaterasu here, boy. Just then a wolf with a sun disk on its back comes running into the room. Amaterasu, meet your new chew toy. It's the one with the long black spiky hair. Amaterasu wags his tail happily, then pounces on Madara. Do try to run from him, Madara. Amaterasu loves a good chase, Yami says, laughing as Madara hightails it out of there, running from the big wolf. Honestly, you two are such immature idiots. Kami groans at her brothers. But we're your immature idiots, Yami and Shinigami say simultaneously. Kami-sama, Yami-sama, and Shinigami-sama, I don't mean to be rude, but why am I here? Hashirama asks. Because Madara is now bound to you, but don't worry, Amaterasu knows who is his new toy and who is innocent. Shinigami responds. Okay then, thank you for setting Madara straight. Hashirama bows, then runs after Madara and Amaterasu. Was it me, or did Madara's soul not contain nearly as much evil as we thought it did? Kami asked Shinigami. His soul did seem to not have as much evil in it when I went to claim it. Weird. Yami responds. Then Kami gets out of her seat and turns to her brothers. Well, if you excuse me, I have some personal errands to attend to, Kami says with a small blush on her face, and then she disappears in a flash of color. Want to go spy on Kami? Yami asks his brother. Fuck yeah. Yami fades into the shadows while Shinigami just vanishes in a high display of speed. Elemental Nations. Kami was walking along the streets of Konoha, hands in her pockets, humming a happy tune. She was looking for a certain writer of a series she was very interested in. After about 5 minutes of walking, she found her target, a man with waist-length, spiky white hair tied back into a ponytail, with 2 shoulder-length bangs that framed both sides of his face. He also had red lines that ran down from his eyes and wore a horned forehead protector with the kanji 4 oil on it. He was peeping at a hot spring with a notepad and pencil in his hands. Jiraiya-san, Kami says in a normal voice and taps him lightly on the shoulder. Jiraiya turns around with an angry look on his face. He was about to yell at the person when he saw who it was. Kami-sama, Jiraiya says, bowing. How may I help you today? I was wondering if you have the latest issue of Ica Paradise on you. You're in luck, Kami-sama. The latest issue isn't supposed to come out until next week, but I have your pre-ordered version right here. Jiraiya reaches into his ninja pouch and pulls out the latest copy and gives it to her. Thank you, Jiraiya-san. Kami lets out a small giggle and pockets the book. You know something, Kami-sama? When you first appeared before me and asked for the first 50 books in the series, I never thought that you would be such a devoted reader of my work. Well, you know what they say about the unexpected. Kami giggles a bit more. Anyway, Kami-sama, I am off to visit Minato and Kushina. Kami's face flushed a deep crimson. Is Kyubiko-in with them? Well, seeing as Kushina is his Jinchuriki, I'd say that's a safe bet. Kami instantly disappears in a flash of color with Jiraiya holding on. Just then, Yami and Shinigami walk out from behind one of the trees nearby. Well, what do you know? Yami says Kami's a closet pervert. She also seems to have a thing for Kurama. Shinigami replies. This ought to be good. Yami laughs. You said it. Then Shinigami and Yami vanish. 10 years passed since Madara's death, and being Amaterasu's chew toy was starting to wear on him. The Shinigami had set it up so that if Amaterasu went too far, Madara would die but then be reborn at dawn. This is getting old, 10 years of this crap, but it feels longer. Kami, Yami and Shinigami weren't kidding when they said I would suffer. Madara thinks to himself. Well, Madara learned your lesson? Hashirama asks in a sing-song sort of way. Hashirama. Madara spits, shut up. Why do you have to be so mean, Madara-kun? Hashirama says while sulking in the corner. Glad to see you're up, Madara, said CJ as he exited his vortex. Go to hell. Madara groans. And now I'm back, he countered humorously. Do you want a different punishment, maybe something worse, cause you seem to be getting kinda bored? How could my punishment be worse? Madara asks. I could pull a leaf out of Zeus' book and have you chained to a rock and have your organs eaten out of you by a gigantic eagle, then have you healed at night only to repeat the process the next day. Madara's eyes shrink in fear. Never mind, he says hastily. That's what I thought. Why are you here, Shinigami-sama? Hashirama asks. Well, Kami and Yami told me to get the two of you as something has come up that you're both needed for. Then the Shinigami grabs Madara and Hashirama by the armor and drags them off. Once again, Madara and Hashirama find themselves in the court of the gods. Madara Uchiha. Kami starts off. Your actions have set off a chain of events that can't be stopped. Looks like my project Tsukinomi is going just as planned. Madara smiles. Enough. Shinigami roars. While your soul is not covered in evil, your punishment stands. Yami says. A few minutes ago, the Kyubi Jinchuriki, Kushina Uzumaki, gave birth to her son. This weakened her seal. Your old friend, Obito Uchiha, intervened during the birth and ripped the Kyubi from its seal. Minato is about to use the Shiki Fujin Jutsu to stop it. The moment this jutsu is completed, you both will be sealed into the young boy as well. As the Lord of Death and Souls, my command is as follows: you will train the boy in everything you know. Failure to do so will result in you chained to a rock and have your organs eaten out of you by a gigantic eagle, then have you healed at night only to repeat the process the next day for the rest of eternity. Not even your Susanoo would protect you. Hashirama, you're under the same order, but you have one more order: keep an eye on Madara and ensure that his influence doesn't spread to Naruto's heart. Failure to do so will result in an eternity in hell. The Shinigami says. Am I understood? Yes, Shinigami-sama. Hashirama and Madara say, bowing. Just then Kami walks over to Madara and looks at the two. This should make things easier for you, Hashirama. She waves two fingers across Madara's face and says, you will return to your 12-year-old mindset while keeping your skills. You will never be evil again. Madara's eyes glaze over and then he looks at Hashirama and smiles. We have time before I am summoned. Do you have any questions? Yeah, why did you choose us? Madara asks. Naruto is the child of prophecy. He requires your power as we awaken his Rinnegan and walk him towards his destiny to kill Obito Uchiha and save this world from destruction. Now I have one. Hashirama says, what happens after we have trained the boy? You will remain his spiritual guides until he exits the academy. When he is done, you will return here. If I am satisfied with the work you have done, your punishment will be revoked, and you will just be sent to heaven, Madara. Hashirama, you will also return heaven. Any more questions? Yes. Madara says, when do we start training him? That is entirely up to you, but the latest to start is 8 years old. Then the Shinigami's head jerks back. I have been summoned, the last hand sign is complete, let's go. The Shinigami grabs the combined spirit chain and vanishes. Then he reappears behind Minato, and Minato's soul binds to the front of the Shinigami's chest. Minato turns around to see a familiar face. CJ, why are you here? I thought this jutsu summoned the Shinigami. I am the Shinigami now, Minato. Now you wanted a seal, you've got one. I am only sealing the Yin chakra inside myself, the yang. I will use the 8 tetragram seal to lock it away in Naruto, so could you give me enough time to do that? Yeah, I will also give time for a last goodbye. Alright. Minato punches his fist into his hand. Seal. Then the Shinigami places his hand inside of Minato's soul and shoots it at the fox. Damn it, now this is bad. If that hand connects, I am as good as sealed. Kurama thinks in desperation, but as he finishes this thought, the hand connects and rips away the Yin chakra and pulls it away toward Minato. The seal is set, Minato says. When the chakra enters Minato. Damn, the chakra is so heavy. When the chakra is ripped from the Kyuubi, it shrinks in size. The 9 tails shrunk. An Umbu notes with Sarutobi and a few others. No shit, I shrunk, I just lost my Yin chakra. Kurama thinks. But what does the 4th Hokage intend to do with my yang? Just then Naruto starts crying. Did I wake you, little one? Kushina asks to Naruto quietly. I won't be sealed. Kurama roars, launching his claw towards the small baby. Naruto! Kushina and Minato yell and jump in front of Kurama's claw, stop short of Naruto. Blood drips onto Naruto's stomach. You fool, Kushina, I am dead anyway. You're supposed to stay alive and raise him. None of this would have happened if you had let me take the 9 tails with me to death. This is no time to argue. CJ roars. A/N. I will be referring to the Shinigami as CJ from now because it's annoying otherwise. Sorry, CJ. Kushina and Minato say. Say your goodbyes, my old friends. Naruto, as your father I have to say only this: become strong, make lots of friends, and finally always believe in yourself. Minato starts crying. I am so sorry I can't be here for you. Naruto, as your mother I want you to eat right, lots of vegetables, make lots of friends, and find someone who will love you for you. Watch out for the 3 shinobi taboos: money, women, and alcohol. Why does this child have to lose his parents? I will love him the same way I loved Izuna. He deserves that, and nothing less because of what happened to him. Madara thinks to himself, witnessing the event. Why does Naruto need to lose both his parents in one night? Hashirama wonders to himself. If you see a man named Jiraiya, kick him in the balls for me because he spied on us during our honeymoon. Kushina adds. You know, if I had not heard that I would feel sorry, old Jiraiya. CJ adds. Naruto, be safe. Kushina adds. I can seal the last of our chakra with Naruto so we can see him as a grown-up man. Minato says. Okay, Minato. Kushina says, tears in her eyes. Hack Fūin. 8 trigram seal. Then the yang chakra of the Kyuubi is sealed into Naruto. Now for Madara and Hashirama. CJ thinks, dragging them and placing them into the seal. I wish you luck in your life, Naruto. Then he starts consuming Minato's souls as per the contract. Just then Kami and Yami appear next to CJ. Kushina Uzumaki, your life was a pure one, as such it is with great joy that I open heaven's gates for you, Kami says. Then a set of pearly gates open up. Welcome Kushina to your paradise. Kushina looks sadly at Kami and Yami. Without Minato-kun, even heaven will be miserable. If you want, I can bring you with Minato into my belly so you can be together, CJ adds. That is if my Nei-chan will let me. The realm of the dead is your jurisdiction, CJ Nisan. If you want, you can only take the yin of Minato as payment, and the yang will accompany Kushina into heaven. Your contract will still be fulfilled and Kushina and Minato can live in heaven. I never thought of that. CJ, Kami and Yami then turn to Minato. Minato Namake's your yin soul will be grabbed as payment for your contract. Yang will accompany your wife to heaven's gate. Do you accept this condition? I do, CJ-sama, Minato says. Then CJ grabs his scythe from his back and slashes Minato, separating the yin from yang. Rest in peace, Minato Namake's and Kushina Uzumaki, my old friends. Then CJ takes Minato's yin chakra soul as payment. The yang accompanies his wife to heaven. So our plan goes into effect, Yami says, looking at Naruto sadly. Yes, but at what cost? Kami asks. I would raise the boy myself, but I am unable, as laws forbid gods from raising children without a direct relation to the child, CJ says, looking at his friend's child. Then the savior of this world is born. For the hardships this boy will suffer in life, we should grant him a gift from each of us, Yami says, looking at his siblings. I agree. Kami walks forward and pulls out a suit of armor of red, black and a cloak of white. Imagine Madara's armor, but the Sage of the Six Paths cloak. From Kami you get the armor we gave the Sage Six Paths long ago. The armor shrinks down to Naruto's size and binds to his skin. From Yami you get the power to manipulate, sense, and remove the darkness in someone's heart. Yami places his hand on Naruto's forehead, and a dark chakra seeps into Naruto. Last but not least, from Shinigami you get the power of. CJ trails off, then starts rubbing his head. He turns to his siblings. What should I give him? You mean you didn't already decide? Yami yells at his brother. Shut up, CJ barks, then he snaps his fingers, a glow on his face. So I know the power of shape-shifting. Shape-shifting, not bad, Nisan, Kami says, nodding in approval. Then here you go, Naruto. CJ forms a hand seal and places his hand on Naruto's forehead, and the kanji for change appears there. Then the CJ places his into his pocket, and takes a bandage and wraps it around Naruto's head. That should hide it from sight. Now we should leave, Naruto will have a tough life ahead of him. Kami turns to her brothers, they nod and disappear. Sarutobi walks over to Naruto with 2 Anbu and several villagers. Per Naruto, to lose both your parents in one day and to become a Jinchuriki on the same day. Sarutobi looks down at Naruto, then notices the armor and bandages. Sarutobi picks up Naruto in his arms and walks towards the council room. Naruto's subconscious. Madara, Hashirama and Kurama are sitting in a circle. So when do we start his training? Hashirama asks. I say we start when he's 5. Madara says, looking over at Kurama. What do you think, Kyubi? 5 sounds good, give him an advantage when he starts the academy. That reminds me, Kyubi, why are you taking such an interest in young Naruto's development? Hashirama asks. I am the Kyubi no Yoko, I will not have a weak host. Works for me. So 5 years old it is, Madara says. Real world. We should kill the demon. A man on the civilian council roars to mass approval. No, we should raise him as the perfect weapon, Danzo says. To do so would spit on the wishes of the 4th Hokage. Hayashi Huga stands up, Byakugan ablaze. Lord Huga is right, we can't spit on the wishes of the 4th. Sum stands up, the Inuzuka clan stands behind Naruto. The Hugas stand behind Naruto. Hayashi looks over at Sum. This is such a drag, but the Nara stand behind Naruto too. Shikaka stands up. The Yamanaka stand behind Naruto. Inoichi stands up. The Akimichi stand behind Naruto. Choza stands up. The Aburame stand behind Naruto. Shibi stands up. The Sarutobi stand behind Naruto. Sarutobi says. As does the Hokage. This is outrageous. Danzo roars at the clan heads. Call it what you want, Danzo, but Naruto is a hero and deserves to be treated as such. Danzo grumbles incoherently. Also, I am mentioning the Kyubi sealed inside of Naruto, an S-rank secret telling the younger generation or anyone who doesn't already know will be executed. This meeting is adjourned. 5 years had passed from that fateful day, the day that the 9 Tails was sealed into Naruto. Currently Naruto is running as fast as his little legs can carry him to escape a mob of people trying to beat the crap out of him. Naruto runs, eventually hides in an alley not far from the Hokage's office. Why do they hurt me? Naruto asks himself. What did I ever do to deserve this? Found him. He is hiding in this alley. A voice yells and the mob charges into the alley with weapons and blunt objects. Now you pay for all those you killed. You crushed my husband. I'll kill you. Then the mob charges and starts beating the crap out of Naruto. Naruto couldn't think because of the pain. Naruto's mindscape. Madara is pacing in circles, a scowl on his face. Of all the stupid! Madara growls. Asinine, shark-jumping bullshit. Madara, calm down! Hashirama yells. Calm down? Calm down! How can you defend these people's actions? I don't. Madara snaps his attention to Hashirama. These people are horrible, they reflect none of the will of fire I preached about. However, you know better than anyone that getting angry won't help. Good point. Just then Naruto's voice rings out. Enough is enough. Naruto's chakra flares wildly, and his eyes snap open, revealing the Rinnegan. Naruto thrusts his arms out, and everyone around him flies off, as if hit with an invisible force. So Naruto awakened the Rinnegan. Madara says. Madara, what did you do? Hashirama asks. Me? Madara asks with a moi, surely you jest sort of tone. Hashirama, you wound me. Madara, what did you do? In all seriousness, I had nothing to do with it. Madara says. I think I can fill in the blanks. Kurama says, walking up from his nap. What happened, Kyubi? Hashirama asks. When you witnessed those beatings upon Naruto, you both got so enraged that you were subconsciously releasing chakra. At first it wasn't much, but over time that chakra grew and grew. Forced to deal with this new strain of chakra, his body took that chakra and added it to his own supply. Over time Naruto's chakra enhanced the power of both of yours. Eventually that chakra became so potent that it overcame Naruto's, and so Naruto's chakra signature changed to a mixture of yours, twice as potent as before and 6 times his normal capacity. His chakra capacity is now somewhere between the Gobi and Rokubi's levels. His control has gone up exponentially, but it's still sub-genin. Normally Naruto couldn't even create 1 normal clone, now he can create 2. But the Rinnegan requires both Senju DNA and Uchiha DNA. Madara says. I was getting to that. Now that your chakra has passed through his system, it required your DNA to exercise the power properly. So that is when my chakra came into effect. As you both know, your powers can restrain and control my power, but in order to protect him I took a bit of your blood and added it to his. But again I underestimated the potency of your blood. His DNA itself was forced to alter in order to account for your DNA. As such, he now possesses the genes for Hashirama's wood style and the Sharingan, thus creating the Rinnegan. So how will appearance change? Hashirama asks. Naruto's hair will remain blonde but will grow to Madara's length by the time he is 12. When he is fully grown he will be 6 feet tall. His physical prowess will be unrivaled. We start training him tomorrow, Madara says. Agreed, Hashirama says. I will bring him into our mind in the morning. With Naruto. Why do you do this to me? Naruto roars, his Rinnegan glowing in the dark of the night. You're a demon and deserve to be put down like one person says. So you compare me to a monster? Naruto's eyes narrow. You are truly morons. Almighty push. Naruto's arms extend and blast everyone away. Monster. Azura Path. Naruto's arm transforms into a cannon. Naruto points it at one person, then Naruto's arm charges up a laser blast. Then the laser fires, blasting apart the man he points at. Anyone else want to push your luck? Naruto glares, the rest run at him, weapons raised. Suddenly, Naruto is drawn into his own mindscape. What the where am I? Naruto, step forward, I am not going to hurt you. A voice calls from the end of the hallway Naruto is standing in. Naruto walks forward and at the end of stand 2 men in red armor like his own. Who are you? My name is Hashirama Senju, Hashirama says. My name is Madara Uchiha, Madara says. Hashirama-san, you look familiar, Naruto says. At this Hashirama laughs loudly. I certainly hope so, after all my face hangs over this village. You're the first Hokage. Very good, Naruto-kun. Hashirama smiles. Mr. Madara, I don't recognize you, but you said your name was Uchiha, is that right? It is, Madara says. Who are you exactly? Madara glares at Naruto. I am the man who tamed the Kyuubi, the man first to unlock the Mangekyo Sharingan, the one who fought Hashirama here to the death at the Valley of the End, and the one who helped set up the Leaf Village. I am sorry I haven't heard of you, Madara-san, but if you're strong enough to fight the first Hokage to the death, then you must be really strong. Naruto smiles. Madara smirks at that. But I would like to know why you're here, and more importantly, where are we? We are in your mind, dear Naruto, Hashirama says. We are here because we have been assigned to train you in everything we know by the powers above. Madara says. Your training starts tomorrow, so get plenty of rest, you will need it. Yes, Madara-sensei. Naruto nods. Before we can start your training, I want to teach you a clone jutsu, that is a B-rank jutsu. What is? Naruto looks excited. The shadow clone jutsu. Not more clones, I suck at clone jutsu. Naruto whines. There is a reason for that, Madara says. What is it, Madara-sensei? Your chakra capacity is so high, any jutsu below C rank is impossible for you to perform. So I can do the shadow clone. Naruto looks excited. Yep, here is the hand sign for it. Hashirama makes a cross seal. That's it. Naruto looks confused. Yep, now watch. Shadow clone jutsu. Then 5 clones appear next to Hashirama. Cool. Now it's your turn, Naruto. Alright. Naruto, make the cross seal. Shadow clone jutsu. A huge plume of smoke erupts around Naruto. Then when the smoke clears, Madara's and Hashirama's jaws drop. The room is filled with 2,000 Naruto clones in the room. Ah! Naruto starts freaking out. What's wrong? Madara asks. I can see myself. No, duh, they're clones of you, Madara says. No, I mean I literally see myself, the real me, from 6 different angles. That's weird. Hashirama says the shadow clone jutsu shouldn't do that. Madara looks over to the 6 clones closest to Naruto, and his eyes widen. Hashirama, look, these 6 have the Rinnegan, Madara says. That's weird, the others don't. I can explain for that, Kurama says. Ah! Giant fox. Naruto starts backing away from the cage. Explain, Kyuubi, Madara says. To ensure Naruto doesn't get a migraine, I made sure that no more than 6 clones get the Rinnegan. Good job, Fox, Hashirama says. Hold on, Naruto yells. Can someone please explain why I have a gigantic fox in my head? I was sealed inside you by the 4th Hokage on October 10th when I was enslaved by the cursed Sharingan, Kurama responds. You got something against my eyes? Madara asks. You think? Kurama asks sarcastically. Enough, Hashirama says. The point is that when a shadow clone dispels itself, it transfers all the knowledge that it acquired before it was dispelled. What do you mean? Naruto asks. It would be better if we showed him, Madara says. I get the feeling that he learns better through a visual. Madara makes a cross seal. Shadow clone jutsu. A clone of Madara appears. Naruto, have one of your regular clones follow my clone. Then Madara's clone walks off, and one Naruto's follows. After 10 minutes, Naruto glares at Madara. Cheater! You cheated! Naruto huffs. Madara, what did you do? Hashirama asks. He and I played a game of rock, paper, scissors, and he used his Sharingan to predict which one I was going to do. Naruto crosses his arms. Wait, how did I know that? It's just as Hashirama said, when a shadow clone dispels itself, the knowledge is transferred to you. Oh. Just then Madara notices that the angry mob of villagers is getting closer. For him to notice this even inside of Naruto's mindscape is of both annoyance and concern, but mostly annoyance. That's it, I'm taking over, Madara says. Real world. Naruto's eyes switch to the Sharingan fully evolved. Naruto starts weaving hand signs. Naruto's voice switches to Madara's fire style, fireball jutsu. Just then Naruto exhales a huge blast of fire that goes roaring towards the crowd, incinerating them. How is he using jutsu this advanced? One mob member asks, scared. It doesn't matter. Madara glares through Naruto's eyes. Don't bother, demon. Naruto's eyes switch to Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan. Amaterasu. Black flames sprout from the man, burning him to a crisp in seconds. Just then the third Hokage and Umbu appear. Sarutobi looks around at the dead civilians. Naruto, what is the meaning of this? Naruto's Sharingan fades, returning to the Rinnegan. Naruto, let me talk to old Sarutobi for you, Hashirama says to Naruto. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Saru, monkey? Sarutobi's eyes widen at the nickname. Naruto, how do you know that nickname? Saru, it's me, Hashirama. I am in Naruto's body along with Madara. How are you here? Shinigami-sama placed Madara and I here to train him and help him along his quest to save the world. Stop lying, one civilian says, who starts weaving hand signs. Water style, Typhoon Water Vortex Jutsu. A blast of water flies toward Naruto. Sarutobi's eyes widen in fear as the water shoots towards him. Naruto, Sarutobi says, scared for the boy. Naruto/Hashirama raises his hands and slams them together. Wood style, wood defense dome. A dome of dense wood surrounds Naruto as a defense. The first Hokage's wood style. One Umbu with a weasel thinks to himself, and then he looks at the person who Madara's Amaterasu had burned. The fires of the Mangekyo Sharingan, Amaterasu. Senju and Uchiha, could he possibly have unlocked that power? Then he looks at Naruto. Hashirama-sama, if you are the one in control of Naruto's body, could you show me Naruto's eyes? So polite, of course, weasel. Hashirama lifts Naruto's head to show Naruto's eyes. As Naruto's eyes showing his Rinnegan. The Rinnegan, just as I expected. Itachi thinks the Umbu gasp at Naruto's eyes. Madara and I are inside Naruto's body and we are going to train him to master our powers, so you have anywhere we could train in private? Yes, training ground 44 should work. The Forest of Death, but in my time there was no inhabitant structure where Naruto could sleep and recuperate. We have a castle now where the second phase of the Chunin exams is held. Alright, Madara, and I will train him there for the next 3 years. Alright, Hashirama-sensei, please keep Naruto safe. Madara and I have our future riding on him. If I don't train him, I spend eternity in hell. Sarutobi nods his head, then Naruto walks away towards the forest. When Naruto arrives, Hashirama relinquishes control of Naruto's body when they are in the tower. Naruto blinks his eyes. Why am I so tired? Naruto asks. That's my bad, sorry, Naruto, Hashirama says. Oh, okay, Hashirama-sensei. 1 year later, on the morning of December 27th, Naruto wakes up. Madara-sensei, Hashirama-sensei, I am up, let's get started. Naruto thinks excitedly. Why do you wake up in these ungodly hours in the morning? Madara asks. Oh, come on, Madara, don't be a spoil sport, Hashirama says. Fuck off, Hashirama. Training time, training time, training time, I am gonna become so strong. Naruto hums to himself. After breakfast, Naruto walks into the forest. Alright, Naruto, then make 2 soulless shadow clones just like we taught you. Right, soulless shadow clone jutsu. The 2 clones appear. When they open their eyes, one has the Sharingan, the other has light brown eyes. Very good, Naruto, Madara clone says. Alright, now Naruto, make 2006 clones. The Hashirama clone says. Right, shadow clone jutsu. 2006 clones spawn like before, 6 of them have the Rinnegan. Then the Madara clone creates the cross seals. Shadow clone jutsu. 5 more Sharingan clones appear. Naruto, have your Rinnegan clones follow each one of mine. Each clone will work a certain path, while 500 works on chakra control, another 500 will work on physical endurance, another 500 will work on my jutsu, and the last 500 will work with Hashirama. What about me, Madara-sensei? You will learn the Dragon Interceptor style of fight, which is a combination of my style of fighting with Hashirama's physical prowess, but it also combines the unpredictability of Rinnegan combat, which I learned from reading the Sage of the Six Paths scrolls. Right. Naruto nods. The clones set off to do their work. Some time later, Naruto was standing next to a clone hinged into Madara, and the other was hinged as Hashirama. Naruto. Again, Madara says. Yes. Naruto holds his palms out. Almighty push. A wall of force slams into Madara and Hashirama, sending them flying off. 10 minutes pass and Madara and Hashirama walk back. Nice work, Naruto, that was quite painful, Hashirama says. Naruto, you have quite the gift for mastering your paths, Madara says. The only path you have yet to master is Deva, and you're almost there. You have mastered Almighty Push and Universal Pull. The only one you have yet to master is Planetary Devastation. That one is almost impossible to master because testing it would destroy the entire area. There is one more technique that I invented, I call it Heaven Concealed. How do I use that one, Madara-sensei? Naruto asks. You need to learn to use my Susanoo first, but I can't teach it to you, Naruto. You have to learn it on your own, along with Amaterasu and Tsukuyami. I will learn those, Madara-sensei, Naruto says. Just then Naruto's eyes snap open and he clenches his fists. Naruto, what's wrong? Hashirama asks. Dispel yourselves, I felt a chakra presence on its way and it isn't friendly. Alright. Madara and Hashirama dispel themselves. A few seconds later, a ninja with a mask appears holding a small girl over his shoulder. Where do you think you're going? Naruto says, walking out from behind a tree. Out of my way, kid, I have a job to do, the ninja says. Drop the girl and surrender yourself, or I will kill you. Yeah, right, the ninja says. A kid like you couldn't kill me. Your funeral. Naruto holds his hand out, Bansho Tenin. The ninja goes stiff and starts flying forward. The hell? The man asks. He feels a weightlessness overcome him. This is my power, you don't the power to challenge me. This is the power of Naruto Uzumaki, divine power, Naruto says, glaring. Lightning style, electromagnetic murder. A stream of lightning shoots toward Naruto. Naruto holds out his hands and the chakra hits his hands and the chakra drains from the technique. The ninja looks shocked at this and his pupils dilate in fear. What the hell? Petra Path, Naruto says. Then Naruto forms the horse symbol. I still haven't really tested this jutsu out, but what better time than the present? Naruto thinks to himself. Fire style, great fire annihilation. Naruto takes a breath and a huge stream of fire shoots from his mouth. On the exhale, the ninja is forced to jump away. What the hell? The ninja asks. That's just the start of what I can do. Then show it. Gladly. Wood style, 4 prison pillar jutsu. A wooden cage springs up around the ninja. The ninja looks shocked as the cage imprisons him. That's the first Hokage's wood style. I didn't know there was a living senju apart from Tsunade of the Sanin. The opposing ninja thinks in fright. Give up and I will let you live. Fail to cooperate, and you will die. Death first. The ninja starts making hand signs. Lightning style, black hunting. But nothing happens. What the hell? This would drains your chakra, so in other words you're powerless. What do you want to know? The ninja asks. Why you're kidnapping the Huga heiress? I am not telling. Very well, then I shall extract the information by force. Naruto walks over and places his hand on the man's head. Human path. Naruto looks through the man's memories. Then lifts his hand and absorbs the soul. An exchange from the slain man's memories surfaced in Naruto's mind. A man with tan skin and well-muscled and combed back light blonde hair was talking to the man Naruto had just killed. You will go to the village hidden in the leaves, have this note that says we want a peace treaty to end the war. Then when everyone has gone to bed you will kidnap the Huga heiress and bring her to Kumo, and we will breed the Byakugan for our village. Make sure that no one catches you. Yes, Raikage-sama, the man says. Naruto's eyes snap open. So this was all really a distraction to get the Byakugan, Naruto says, thinking out loud. Then Naruto hears a groan and he looks over to see the young girl the man had kidnapped. Naruto walks over to the girl and kneels down. Are you okay, Miss Huga? Naruto asks as the girl wakes up. Why, yes, I am fine, the girl says. What's your name? Hinata Huga. Who are you? Naruto Uzumaki. Thank you for rescuing me. No problem. Naruto smiles. Where is your family? I don't know. Where are we? Training Ground 44, also known as the Forest of Death. I have been training here for the past year when I felt a chakra signature that was really high and I sensed a dark intent behind it. How can I get home? Well, if I can get the Hokage here, he can lead us back, Naruto says, thinking out loud. How do we get him here? Hinata asks. I think I have an idea, Naruto says. But first I have to tell you something. What? It's an S-rank secret. Hinata's eyes widen. Don't say anything. If you tell me, they will kill you. Don't worry, I am the exception as the law revolves around me. Alright then, what's the secret? You know how the nine-tailed fox attacked 6 years ago? Yeah. Hinata nods. Well, everyone said that the fourth Hokage killed it? Hinata nods again. Well, that was a lie. See, the Kyuubi is a powerful demon which can't be killed, so instead the fourth Hokage sealed it away. Naruto lifts up his shirt and shows the hack Fūin to Hinata. In me. That's quite the secret. Now I have told you, if you don't want to talk to me anymore, I will understand. You're a hero, not a monster. Thank you, Hinata-chan. You're my first friend other than Madara-sensei, Hashirama-sensei, and Kyuubi-sensei. You're welcome, Naruto-kun. But I have a question. Go ahead. How does telling me about Kyuubi help us get back home? Because I am going to flare his chakra, which will spark fear that the seal has been broken, which will cause Hokage-sama to come here and investigate. Smart. Now don't worry, I am in control. Alright. White Fox, wake up. What do you want, Kit? Your chakra. Why? I need to get the Hokage here fast, and your chakra is the best way to do that. Put as much bloodlust in it as possible without me losing control. Got it. Kurama's chakra flows through Naruto, sending waves of bloodlust rocketing into the night. The Hokage's office. Sarutobi is working on his paperwork as usual when he feels a huge wave of bloodlust that he hadn't felt in 6 years. Just then several Anbu burst into the room. Hokage-sama. One of the Anbu says, the Kyuubi? I know. Sarutobi says. Naruto, what have you done, and are you okay? Sarutobi thinks. With Naruto. Naruto looked over at Hinata. Now that I have alerted every Anbu and chakra sensing member of this village, why don't you tell me about yourself, Hinata-chan? Naruto says. How? Your likes, dislikes, and dreams, those sorts of things. Well, I like flower pressing, my mother, my father, my uncle Hisashi, my aunt Hinako, my little sister Hinabi, my cousin Niji-Nisan, and last but not least you, Naruto-kun. This surprises Naruto. Me? Well, yeah. Hinata starts poking her fingers together and blushing. Well, you are very pretty, Hinata-chan. Naruto says, smiling at her. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Hinata blushes a dark red. What about your dislikes? I don't like people who judge others before getting to know them, and the caged bird seal of my family. My dream is to one day get rid of the caged bird seal and reunite the family into one branch and united by love, not bound by servitude. That's quite the dream. What about you, Naruto-kun? My likes are you, Hokage Gigi, Madara-sensei and Hashirama-sensei, and Kyuubi-Nisan. My dislikes include a lot of people in this village because they treat me like dirt, and, like you, people who judge before getting to know someone. My dream is to become Hokage and lead this village to a new era of peace, like the Rakuto Sanin wanted to but never got the chance. I will stand with you the entire way, Naruto-kun. If that is your dream, that is my dream as well. Hinata says. Just then a voice calls out. Naruto! Naruto and Hinata turn around. Standing behind them is a group of Anbu and the Hokage. Ji. Naruto runs over to the Hokage and hugs him. Naruto, are you okay? Yeah, I am just fine, but Hinata-chan here was kidnapped by a cloud ninja on orders from the Raikage. I stopped him, but I wanted to get you here as soon as possible. So you unleashed the Kyuubi's chakra, very smart, Naruto. Now let's get Hinata-chan back to her family. Naruto smiles. Kuma will raise hell for this. I know, Gigi. Naruto looks over at the body of the ninja. Without his testimony, we can't prove that the Raikage was behind this. They will demand payment for killing their head ninja. That is true. Naruto starts scratching his head. Anyway, let's get Hinata-chan back to her family. Huga compound. Hinata, Naruto, and Sarutobi are sitting in front of Hayashi and the Huga clan council. Naruto Uzumaki, you have been brought before the Huga council because we wish to thank you for saving the clan heiress from becoming a baby factory for Kumo. One elder says. Is there anything you would ask from us in return for this service? A second one asks. I don't know what to say, Naruto says, scratching his head. I have an idea, Hayashi says. The elders and Naruto turn to him. Why don't you come live with us? The elders turn to themselves, thinking and murmuring among themselves. What do you think, Kyuubi, Madara-sensei, and Hashirama-sensei? Naruto thinks to his quests locked in his head. If they still want to let you stay, take them up on the offer, Hashirama says. I agree, Naruto, Madara says. What do you say, Kyuubi? Naruto asks. Fuck you, I'm sleepy. I will take that as a go for it from you, Kyubi. Naruto laughs in his head. The Hyuga Council has agreed to let you stay here, however I personally feel this is not a good enough reward for saving my daughter. Hayashi says. If there is anything else we or even I personally can do for you, don't hesitate to ask. Hey Kit. Kurama says in Naruto's head. What, Kyubi? During my attack I noticed that some of the Hyuga had small, crossed lines on their heads while others didn't. Why do you ask them about that? I heard from a friend of mine that some of your clan have seal on their forehead that looks like a weird X with lines almost touching it. The clan elders look over at Hinata in worry. Perhaps Lady Hinata should leave the room? One of the elders says. If this is about the Kyubi, don't worry, I already know. Hinata says, shocking the elders. I told her before I released its chakra to gain your attention. Naruto says. Why Naruto? The Hokage asks. And more importantly, how do you know about the fox? Madara-sensei and Hashirama-sensei told me. Madara and Hashirama? Hayashi asks, looking scared, as in the first Hokage and the man who helped create the village? Yes, they are my sensei and they have taught me very well. In fact, it was because of their skills that I was able to save Hinata-san. Very well, then I will assume that the Kyubi told you about the caged bird seal. One elder says. Yes, Kyubi said he saw it during his rampage. Well, what about it? I want you to stop using it. Hinata's head snaps over, looking at Naruto in shock. It binds this family in hatred and only spawns resentment. Honestly, why would they defend you if their only reward is death? Naruto raises the point that I have been saying for years now, this family needs to eliminate the caged bird seal. Hayashi says. Traditions have kept that seal here for generations and you seek to eliminate it? One elder spits, but the others look at Hayashi and one says. I believe Hayashi has a point, the caged bird seal has divided us for too long. Then a second says. We shall put it to a vote, since this affects you directly the branch family council will be allowed to vote. All those in favor of the elimination of the caged bird seal. Yay or nay? Yay. One says. Yay. Another says. Yay. Another says. Yay. Another says. Yay. One by one the elders vote in favor of banishing the caged bird seal. Nay. The one elder protests. Yay. Hisashi says. Yay. Hayashi says. Then it's settled, the use of the caged bird seal is now forbidden and branding of the seal is also forbidden. If you are seen using or branding the seal on any member of this family, you will be executed without acceptation. Hayashi says. My word is now law. Yes, Hayashi-sama. The other elders say. Hayashi-sama. Naruto says. If you excuse me, I must return to my training. Naruto bows and leaves. Naruto, wait. Hayashi says. Naruto turns and looks at Hayashi. Yes, Hayashi-sama? You can train in our training fields. Thank you, Hayashi-sama, now I have a lot of work to do. Naruto walks away to the training fields. Naruto then sits down and enters a meditative state. Then Naruto enters his mind. Naruto walks over to where Madara, Hashirama and Kyubi are sitting in a circle. Naruto, what brings you here? Madara asks. I know it's a bit late. Naruto then envisions a cake with chocolate frosting and strawberry center. Then Naruto envisions party hats on all of them. Happy birthday, Madara-sensei. Naruto smiles at Madara. Naruto! Kyubi growls. What the hell is this thing on my head? A party hat. I know you don't like Madara, but at least give him this one day a year. Fine. Kyubi grumbles. Happy birthday, Madara. Happy birthday, Madara. Hashirama smiles at his longtime friend. So that's what you were planning all this time. Madara laughs and pulls out one of his kunai, but just before he cuts the cake, Naruto stops him. Madara-sensei, you have to make a wish first. Naruto says childishly. Madara laughs. I think that only applies if I am alive. Do it, do it, do it. Naruto starts chanting and clapping his hands. After a few seconds, Hashirama starts chanting and clapping too. Alright, I'll do it. Madara huffs, then a huge laugh erupts around the room. Madara, Hashirama, and Naruto look up to see Kyubi rolling around on the ground laughing. Oh, this is priceless, Kyubi says through tears. The great Madara Uchiha being told what to do by a boy no bigger than my pinky claw. Shut up, Kyubi. Madara growls, then he looks at the cake. I wish Naruto could grow up happy and free from hatred. Then Madara blows out the candles with one big breath. What did you wish for, Madara? Hashirama asks. He can't tell you, Naruto says. Otherwise it won't come true. He is right, Hashirama, Madara says mockingly. Anyway, go get some sleep, Naruto. We continue in the morning, Hashirama says. Yes, sensei. Naruto leaves his mind. The next week the Raikage arrived in Konoha looking livid. Raikage-sama, please calm down, the man on his left says, who is a fairly tall, dark-skinned man with a slightly bulbous nose, a lazy look in his eyes and shaggy, white hair which covers his left eye. He wears a high-collared, sleeveless uniform with loose-fitting pants, bandages on his wrists, and the one strap over one shoulder flak jacket of a Kumogakyu shinobi. The man, who is named Darui, also has kanji for water and lightning tattooed on his right and left shoulders respectively, with a folding, cleaver-like sword strapped to his back. My head ninja got killed during a peace negotiation, and you want me to calm down? The Raikage roars. How did he get caught? Was it the Huga's eyes or something worse? Yo bro, calm down and don't let your anger fool ya fool. A man with dark skin, a muscular build, as well as blonde hair and a goatee. On his right shoulder, he has a tattoo of the kanji for iron. On his left cheek, he has a tattoo of a bull's horn. His top lip also has a slightly darker hue than his bottom one. He wears oval-shaped sunglasses and a white-colored forehead protector. He also has his village's standard one strap over one shoulder flak jacket, and a long, red rope belt tied around his waist, the standard Kumo hand and shin guards, shinobi sandals, and a white scarf around his neck. He carries 7 swords on his back. Stop rapping this instant, or you will face my iron claw. No need to use your iron claw this time, cause this is Killer Bee's last rhyme. Raikage-sama, perhaps this just a big misunderstanding, the smaller man says. Darui, I don't think this was an accident. Perhaps not, who knows? Killer Bee says, thinking out loud. I sense a presence that I haven't felt in years not too far away, the Hachibi says in Bee's head. Who do you know that would try to follow? Bee asks. It's the Kyubi. I sense him nearby, but he is very good at concealing his presence, so I can't tell you where he is. I'll keep an eye out of that, you can have no doubt, but I don't we have to worry and battle together, you and I have an unmatched fury. Just be careful, Bee, we aren't trying to start an international incident. Don't worry, Hachibi, things will blow over calm as can be. After 3 minutes they arrive at the Hokage's office to see the Hokage, Hayashi, and Naruto standing there. Bee, the Kyubi Jinchuriki is the boy with blonde hair. That crazy, there is no way that kid is the Kyubi's Jinchuriki. I am certain of it, that's the Kyubi Jinchuriki without a doubt. Kid, watch out, that guy with the shades over his eyes is the Hachibi's Jinchuriki, Kurama says to Naruto. Thanks, Kyubi, I will keep an eye on him, Naruto responds. Madara, Hashirama, you both have experience repressing Biju Chakra, any ideas? Well, you could use the Rinnegan's power, it's the fastest way, but that would reveal your ocular powers, Madara says. The alternative, however, would be to use my wood style, and that will just put a huge target on your back, as they know that's a Kekkei Genkai that can be passed down, and every village will be after you to turn you into a breeding stock, Hashirama says. Yes, no one knows how the Rinnegan can be created in a single body. Not even the Hachibi could tell them. Alright, if worst comes to worst, I use the Rinnegan to suppress the Hachibi's power. Then the Raikage's words bring Naruto out of his stupor. Hokage-sama, this is unacceptable, my head ninja was killed during a peace negotiation, the Raikage says. Your ninja was killed because he was kidnapping the Huga heiress, Sarutobi says. Well, which one of you killed him? You promised that the one who killed my ninja would be here. More importantly, why is a child here? Because Naruto killed him, Hayashi says. Impossible, a mere child could kill my ninja. Do you want to see a demonstration of his power? Sarutobi asks. Can he speak for himself? I can, Lord Raikage, but I was told not to speak until spoken to, Naruto says calmly. So you know how to speak to your elders, however I respect power, and if you could take down my ninja I would like to see how. Very well, what will I demonstrate? Naruto asks. The power you used to kill my ninja. Damn, he wants to see the power of the Rinnegan, I didn't want to reveal it yet. Naruto swears to himself. Very well, but I can't demonstrate it here, the power I have is far too destructive. Then we shall leave. Naruto and the others leave to a training ground. What jutsu should I use, Madara-sensei? Bansho Tenin, Madara says. No, that isn't convincing enough. How about Azura Path? Yes, but you have to remember Human Path left no damage to the body. You have no choice to reveal Human Path's power. The shit has hit the fan then. Right, you must use Human Path, and describe his power, cause if you do that will get the Raikage to confess to his crime. Hashirama says. Raikage-sama, I will demonstrate my power. What is the power you speak of? The Raikage asks. Naruto reaches up to his sunglasses and takes them off, revealing his Rinnegan. B. The Hachibi says in great concern. That's the Rinnegan, Rikudo Tusan's eyes. What's the Rinnegan? B asks. The Rinnegan was the eyes of the legendary Rikudo Sanin. Its power gives them absolute control over the elements, yin and yang release, and finally yin-yang release. Yin-yang release, what is that? The power to alter reality to your will. Alter reality, how does he do that? With someone so young, I doubt he could use creation of all things. However, that's a small comfort. If this boy, Naruto, can truly use the 6 paths, then that is a serious problem. What are the 6 paths? In order they are Deva, Petra, Azura, Human, Animal, Naraka, and finally Outer Path. Each path has its own abilities and they are as follows. Deva Path allows the wielder to manipulate the repulsive and attractive properties of people and objects. Petra allows the user to absorb an infinite amount of chakra. Azura allows the user to summon mechanized armor and augment their body with extra limbs and various robotic weaponry. Human Path allows the user to read the mind of any target by placing his hand on the target's head or chest and yanking the soul of the body. Though it provides intel by getting well-guarded secrets, the technique inevitably kills the target. Animal Path allows the user the ability of summoning various animals and creatures to aid in battle. The Nakara Path grants the user 2 main abilities, interrogation and restoration, by using the King of Hell. Finally, the Outer Path is the 7th path, an ability granted to the wielder of the Rinnegan. With the Outer Path, the user is able to control life and death by reviving the dead, bind and restrict foes, as well as create and control the 6 paths that he or she creates. The original body can wield all 7 powers simultaneously. What path did Naruto use, do you think? My guess is that he used Human Path. Why human? There was no damage to the body, meaning that only Petra or Human could be responsible. The other paths would leave damage. Good point. Then B's eyes widen in shock. But that means this Naruto kid. Yes, Naruto knows everything that the ninja he killed knew. Well, what is the jutsu that you used to kill my ninja? The Raikage asks. It's a technique that I use by utilizing my Rinnegan, where I rip the soul of my opponent and absorb his knowledge. Translation: I know everything he knew, including the fact that this ninja kidnapped Hinata on your orders. Liar, I ordered no such thing. You can't fool me. I saw the orders, plus if you doubt me I can have Inoichi confirm what I saw if you doubt me. Shit, if Inoichi Yamanaka reads his mind then he will confirm that I sent the ninja. Lord Raikage, he could be bluffing. Darui says into his ear. Naruto, what is your last name? Uzumaki. Naruto says. The Raikage's eyes widen in fear. I promise you on my life that I am telling you the truth. Then Sarutobi laughs out loud at Naruto's words. What is so funny? The Raikage asks. When Naruto makes a promise, you know he will keep it. That's his ninja way. Sarutobi says, smiling. An Uzumaki's word is as good as a blood contract in international system of justice. His word can be as good as everyone in the room being there to witness the event. The Raikage looks at Naruto, then Hayashi. Very well, I admitted I ordered my ninja to kidnap the Huga heiress in order to obtain the secrets of the Byakugan. Naruto. Hayashi says. Thank you for not only saving my daughter but bringing the man to justice. You're welcome, Hayashi-sama, but if you excuse me I have to return to my training. Naruto walks away to the forest of death, but when Naruto passes Killer B, Naruto says, I hope we meet again, Hachibi-san. I do too, Naruto. If you need my help with controlling your Biju's power you can trust me, Killer B. B says. 2 years after the Huga incident, Naruto wakes up, gets out of bed and walks over to his sunglasses and picks them up. Why wear those sunglasses? You are the savior of the Huga clan's heiress, should you not look the part? Madara asks Naruto. He is right, Naruto, you shouldn't hold back, you are the sage of the 6 paths reborn. Hashirama says. I refuse to have a weak host. Even if you are just acting, I won't become the laughing stock of the Biju world. Kurama says, adding his 2 cents. Fine, if you insist, then I will not hide my Rinnegan, but I won't use my wood style or my paths, as they will be my ace in the hole against my opponents. Naruto responds. Then Naruto walks out of his room to see Hinata standing there. Morning, Naruto-kun. Hinata smiles at him. Ever since Naruto had started living with her, Hinata had become much more confident in herself. She repeatedly beat Neji in sparring matches and was on par with him in talent. Hinata had mastered rotation and has started learning 8 trigrams and has mastered 32 palms and started working on 64 palms. She had mastered 8 trigrams air palm and was becoming a true Juken master. Naruto had mastered Dragon Flame Katual, Great Fire Annihilation, Great Fire Destruction, Great Fireball Technique, Gunbai Barrier Technique, Gunbai Fanned Wind, Uchiha Return, Advent of a World of Flowering Trees, Wood Dragon Technique that he learned from Madara. From Hashirama he learned and mastered Hokage-style 60-year-old technique, Kakuan Entering Society with Bliss-Bringing Hands, Sage Art, Would Release, True Several Thousand Hands, Quintuple Rashomon, Top Transformed Buddha Would Release Secret Technique, Deep Forest Emergence, Hobi Technique, Hote Technique, Wood Dragon Technique, Wood Human Technique, Wood Clone, Water Clone, Earth Clone, and finally 4 Prison Pillar Jutsu. Naruto looks now like a blonde version of Madara. Naruto carries Madara's fan on his back, though it is much smaller. Naruto looks at Hinata and smiles, holding out his hand. Shall we grab breakfast then head to the academy? Naruto asks. Yes, Naruto-kun. Hinata takes his hand and they both walk toward the kitchen. When they arrive they see Hiashi, Hizashi, Hanako, Hikari, Hanabi and Neji are sitting at the table. Naruto, I was just about to wake you up. Hiashi smiles. Good morning, Hiashi. Naruto says. Good morning, Tusan. Hinata smiles. Good morning, Hinata-ne-chan. Hanabi says. Good morning, Hanabi. Hinata laughs. Are you and Naruto and Ai-san really going to become ninjas? Yes, Naruto and I are going to be ninjas so we can keep the Hidden Leaf village safe and protect those precious to us. Hinata walks over to Hanabi and pinches her cheek. Like you, Hanabi-chan. Ne-chan, that hurts. Naruto, Hinata, we should probably get going soon. Neji says. Right, Neji and Ai-san. Naruto says. Naruto grabs some toast and muffins. Then the 3 of them leave for the academy with Hinata holding Naruto's hand. On the way their people glare at Naruto, but then a few get bold and try to attack Naruto by throwing things at him, but he just dodges the objects like they are nothing. Then some villagers start getting out clubs to beat him with. By this point Naruto has had enough and reaches for his gun, then swings it as a fan, creating a powerful gust of wind, strong enough to blow away all the villagers. Excellent use of my gun by wind wall technique, Naruto. Madara looks on, very impressed with Naruto's progress. Demon brat. One villager yells. Just then several Umbu and X-branch members jump down, forming a protective circle around Naruto, Hinata and Neji. A/N. Like they need it, tongue sticking out. With the removal of the caged bird seal and the non-aggression pact signed with Kumo to never attempt to steal the Byakugan again, the Huga clan had become one big happy family. Are you alright, Naruto-san? One Umbu with a dog mask covering his face asks. I am unharmed, thank you, Inu-san. Naruto says. That's good. Just then Naruto notices Itachi standing in his protective circle. Weasel, shouldn't you be dropping off your brother at class? I was on my way when I heard a commotion and the words that Hokage-sama has directly stated are forbidden, so I came to investigate. Itachi responds. Naruto-sama, you know Hiashi-sama doesn't like it when you leave without an escort. One branch member says. Ko, how many times have I told you not to call me Sama? I am just Naruto. Naruto says in an exasperated tone. Old habits die hard, I guess. Ko scratches the back of his head. Tell Hiashi-sama that I am fine and am not the little kid I used to be. I can defend myself just fine. Naruto indicates the crumpled civilians scattered in front of them. After Hinata-sama was kidnapped, Hiashi-sama doesn't take any chances. Very well. Then the rest of Naruto's escort walks him, Hinata, and Neji over to the academy to see Sasuke standing there trying to get his fan club off of him. Help me, and Ai-san, Sasuke says when he sees Itachi. Naruto walks over to Sasuke and says, Allow me. Gun by wind wall. Naruto swings the gun by again, blasting the fangirls away from Sasuke. Naruto then replaces it on his back and offers his hand to Sasuke. Thanks, Sasuke says as Naruto helps him up. No problem. Naruto smiles. Itachi walks over and says, Sasuke, you really need to learn how to beat off your fan club. Itachi laughs. Not funny, and Ai-san. Sasuke grumbles, then he turns to Naruto and asks, What's your name? My name is Naruto Uzumaki and I am going to be the Hokage, Naruto says. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. Sasuke holds out his hand to Naruto. Nice to meet you. Naruto grabs Sasuke's hand and shakes it. The four of you should get to class before you're late, Itachi says. Then the four of them walk away and Itachi watches as they walk into the classroom. Just then an Umbu jumps down from the roof. Itachi-san, Hokage-sama has requested your presence, the Umbu says. Right, thank you, Shark. Itachi then teleports away and reappears in the Hokage's office. Itachi, what have you learned about your father's coup? Sarutobi asks. They plan to go through with it any day now, Itachi says. I will call my advisors. Sarutobi then presses a button on his desk. Please call in Danzo, Hamura and Kohara, tell them that this is a matter of village security. Yes, Hokage-sama. His secretary's voice rings out over the intercom. After a few minutes of waiting, Danzo, Hamura, and Kohara walk in and see Itachi and the Hokage, and Danzo's eye narrows slightly. What's this about Hiruzen? Danzo asks. Sarutobi turns to Itachi and says. Itachi, report. Yes, Hokage-sama. Itachi bows then says. My clan will pull their coup within the next couple of days. They believe that I have been gathering information on the village's defenses, and I have said that there is no lull time during the village's guard shifts. This is troubling news. Hiruzen, the Uchiha clan really plans to rebel, Danzo says. The most advisable action would be to wipe them out with exception of Itachi, Hamura says. I agree with Hamura, Hokage-sama, Kohara says. What about Sasuke and my mother? Itachi asks. They don't know about the coup or have a part in it. All the Uchiha must be wiped out so the seed of hatred doesn't sprout anew, Danzo says. Please don't kill Sasuke or mother, they have no part in this. We shall consider your request. Itachi turns and shins out of the room. Itachi reappears on the Hokage monument and sits on the fourth's head. What should I do? Itachi asks himself. Do I just let my clan get themselves killed and just get Mom and Sasuke out of here? Or do I kill them myself and spare Sasuke and Mom my wraith? Itachi looks up to the sky. Of all the times I need your advice, I can't ask you, CJ-sensei. Just then CJ appears behind Itachi. All you have to do is ask, CJ says behind Itachi. Itachi spins around his sword in hand and sees who it is. CJ-sensei, don't spook me like that. Sorry about that. So what did you need my advice on? My clan is plotting a coup and I don't know what to do. I think I should just hide Sasuke and Mikoto and take care of the rest. It is better to listen to your heart and do what you feel is right. Thank you, sensei. Then CJ stands up and looks around. I must go, I need to get back to my paperwork. CJ vanishes. Just then Danzo appears next to Itachi. We have made our decision. You have two choices. 1. Kill your clan and save your brother and mother, or 2. Do nothing and let the coup take place and risk your brother and mother killed. The crossfire, Danzo says. I shall kill them. Itachi glares at Danzo then leaves. Danzo smiles to himself. As soon as the clan is wiped out, I shall have my root agents collect the Sharingan of the Uchiha, then I will contact Orochimaru and begin the transplant. Danzo walks away towards one of his underground bases. Academy. While all this is happening, everyone is talking animatedly about starting classes. Naruto and Hinata are sitting next to one another and Sasuke is on Naruto's left, away from all the dreaded fangirls. So Sasuke, who do you think our teacher will be? Naruto asks his new friend. I don't know, but I hope we just don't learn stupid stuff, because we are ninja, we need to learn the hard truths of this world. Sasuke is right, but still some survival training would be very useful in case we are ever on a mission on our own and we need to camp for the night, Hinata says. Just then a man in a Chunin outfit and pineapple hair with a scar across his nose walks in. Alright brat, settle down. Everyone keeps talking, so Irika sighs and uses the evil big head jutsu and yells. Quiet you brats. Everyone instantly shuts up. My name is Irika Yumino and I will be your instructor for the next 4 years. Just then another man with a bandana version of the Leaf Village's headband walks in. He has 2 large shuriken on his back. Mizuki, where have you been? Sorry, I am late, I had something I needed to take care of. Mizuki looks around and sees Naruto. So that's the demon fox brat, if I fail him the council will reward me most handsomely. Well, now that you're here Mizuki, why don't you take the boys for taijutsu training and I will take the girls out for throwing lessons. Mizuki nods and motions for the boys to follow him. When they were all outside, Mizuki looks over at Naruto and says, Naruto, let's see what you can do. Naruto drops into his dragon interceptor stance. No Naruto, the stance is this. Mizuki shows a horrible stance full of openings. He is trying to fall you Naruto, stick with what you know. Hashirama says. If you think I am wrong, then by all means, show me what you can do. Naruto smirks. Damn, if I say no he might get suspicious, and if I fight him using this horrible taijutsu I will look like a fool. Checkmate. Naruto smiles. Alright Naruto. Naruto charges Mizuki, landing blow after blow as Mizuki struggles to land blows. Even with he switched to the correct style he couldn't land a blow or predict Naruto's movements. What style is he using? I can't block him, he moves too fast and the power he uses is unbelievable. If this continues the council will lose faith in me and my opportunity to capture the scroll of sealing for Lord Orochimaru will vanish forever. Mizuki leaps back and starts weaving hand signs ending with tiger. Naruto, look out, that's the fireball jutsu. Sasuke yells at his friend. Fire style, fireball jutsu. A fireball roars towards Naruto. My Genbai fan wall won't work, but maybe this will. Naruto makes the horse hand sign. Fire style, great fire annihilation. Naruto expels a massive wall of intense flames from his mouth, which covers an expansive range engulfing Mizuki's attack and sends it raging towards Mizuki. Crap, 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 crap. Mizuki thinks as the wave of fire roars towards him. Mizuki starts weaving hand signs as a high speed to counter it. Water style, water wall. Mizuki draws on the water nearby to protect him, however Naruto's attack blasts right through it. The attack sends Mizuki flying into the nearby stream. Mizuki wades to the surface. He is covered in burns on the outside. Mizuki is passive, but on the inside he is seething. How did he block my attack? No, he didn't block it. His attack drew some of its power from mine, but overall the attack blasted mine apart, and then went for me. However, that doesn't explain why my water style didn't work. Water style is naturally stronger than fire style, so why didn't that work? Confused? Naruto smirks. That fire style jutsu takes at least 5A ranked water style jutsu to extinguish it. To use such an advanced fire style jutsu, I don't think I will be able to sabotage his training. I thought this was a taijutsu fight, not ninjutsu, however it seems I'm better than you at both. Don't underestimate me. Mizuki charges Naruto. Kunai in hand, Naruto grabs his gunbai and swings it. Gunbai wind wall. Naruto swings his gunbai again, blasting Mizuki away in a gust of wind. Mizuki, what is going on here? Iruka's group runs over. Naruto attacked me for no reason. We were sparring and he used jutsu on me. Only in self-defense. Kiba protests. Sasuke nods along with many of the other boys. What do you mean self-defense? Iruka asks. Mizuki was getting very angry that Naruto was outdoing him and he used the fireball jutsu, so Naruto in defense used a very powerful fire jutsu. Shino explains in his emotionless voice. What jutsu was it? The signature fire-style jutsu of my great ancestor Madara Uchiha, Great Fire Annihilation. Sasuke says, looking over at Naruto with suspicion. Great Fire Annihilation? Iruka asks. Yes, it's a fire-style jutsu that burns everything within the jutsu range. Sasuke explains. How did Naruto learn Madara's jutsu? Sasuke thinks. I guess I will have to ask him later. I saw a water attack. Am I to assume that was yours, Mizuki? Yes, Mizuki used water wall jutsu to try protect himself, but that particular jutsu takes several high-ranked water jutsu to extinguish it, so a B-rank water jutsu won't work. Naruto, how did you learn that high-ranked jutsu? Shit, what do I say? Tell him the truth. Hashirama says. I have always found that honesty is the policy. Great idea, Hashirama. Madara says, his voice oozing with sarcasm. And while he is at it, why not just yell at the top of his lungs, I have the wood-style Kekkai Genkai, and no one can kill me. I bet you 1 year's worth of paperwork that he would be dead within a week at his age. Then say you can't tell him. Kurama says. Yeah, that will work. Naruto thinks. I can't tell you, Iruka-sensei, it's a secret. Naruto smiles. Okay then. Iruka says. Then he and the girls return to shuriken practice. Over the next couple of hours people go over a few basic taijutsu forms, however some went over their clan's fighting styles. Then Iruka walked over with girls and said, Mizuki, it's time for the boys to work on shuriken and girls will work on taijutsu. Right, boys, follow Iruka, girls stay here. Naruto and the other boys walk away with Iruka for shuriken training. Madara-sensei, Hashirama-sensei, Kyuubi-sensei, should I use wind chakra to enhance my throws or just use my natural gifts for shuriken? Naruto asks. I say just throw the pointy objects. Kurama says sleepily. Nicely said, Kyuubi. Madara says sarcastically. Yeah, just throw the shuriken, don't show off too much in one day, leave some surprises for the rest of the 4 years. Hashirama says, laughing. Right. Naruto and the other boys take their turns throwing the shuriken. Out of the boys, Naruto and Sasuke tied for first. As the class goes on, Naruto and Sasuke tie for first in everything. After about 8 hours the class was dismissed. Naruto walked out with Sasuke and Hinata. Over the last 8 hours Naruto and Sasuke had become great friends and bitter rivals. The older shinobi joked they would be the next guy and Kakashi. Naruto bids Hinata and Sasuke goodbye and he tells Hinata to tell Hiashi that he was going to go for a walk. When Hinata and Sasuke leave, then Naruto starts walking when he feels a dark presence behind him. Naruto pushed his friends out of the way and turned to face his would-be assassin. The ninja had a dark purple kunai in his hand and he slashed it across Naruto's left eye. Take that, demon brat, now you die. At first Naruto thought nothing of the cut. While it stung, it was nothing to him. Just then his left eye started stinging and burning. Kid, it's a neurotoxin. Kurama yells as he starts purging it from Naruto's system. And a strong one at that. Naruto won't be able to use his left eye ever again, Hashirama says. Almighty push. Naruto blasts the assassin away from him with such force that it crushes his organs. Naruto clutches his eye as he feels the toxins dissolve it. Shit, Kyuubi, can you do something? I have already stopped the bleeding, so no need to worry, but nevertheless keep your left eye shut. Kurama responds. Naruto, I feel a lot of chakra sources dropping, Madara says, bringing Naruto to his attention. Naruto turns his head towards the sources of the chakra dropping like flies. It's coming from the Uchiha clan compound. Naruto panics. Sasuke! Naruto runs toward the compound, leaping over trees and buildings to get to the compound before his new friend gets hurt. When Naruto arrives, he sees a massacre, dead bodies litter the ground, but what truly frightens Naruto is the fact that Itachi stands in the center, blood dripping from his blade. Itachi, why? Itachi, stop! And Uchiha says, glaring at him. Sorry, uncle, but I want to. Itachi stabs the man in the heart, killing him. Itachi then sheds a tear at what he did. I have to stop him. Naruto thinks, then jumps down. Bansho Tenin. Naruto pulls Itachi towards him. Crap in a bucket. Itachi swears at getting caught off guard. Itachi, why are you doing this? Naruto asks as he holds Itachi floating in midair, unable to move. To test the limits of my abilities, Itachi says calmly. Bullshit, Naruto says in retaliation. Itachi's eyes widen at Naruto's words. How so? Itachi asks, making sure his facade doesn't crack. If this was for personal gain, your heart would radiate darkness, but since it doesn't, I know this isn't for your own benefit. Itachi starts laughing slightly. I guess you figured me out, Naruto. I am doing this on orders from the Hokage. Then Itachi notices Naruto's left eye. What happened to your eye, Naruto? An assassin tried to kill me, but I managed to deflect the blow, and it scrapped my left eye. The kunai was tipped in a deadly neurotoxin, however it was purified but not in time to save my eye. It dissolved. It's only because of the Nine Tails chakra that I'm not bleeding. Naruto, I can help you, but you have to let me. How? In my left pocket is a vial. It holds a Sharingan, the left eye of a very dear friend of mine who passed away not too long ago. It holds Shursui's eye and his Mangekyo Sharingan. This particular Mangekyo Sharingan possessed the most powerful genjutsu in existence. What do you mean? Kodo Amatsukami, a genjutsu so powerful that it can manipulate your opponent by giving them false experiences, making it seem as if they were doing things of their own free will. It is regarded as a genjutsu of the highest class, due to the victim being entirely unaware that they are being manipulated. You would just give me that kind of power? Naruto looks at Itachi suspiciously. You have inherited Shursui's Soulyu and he share the same desires. You don't harm the innocent, and I can tell you would protect this village with your life despite the horrible things they have done to you. You're right, Itachi will defend my home from all invaders and bring this world to peace. Then I leave you, Shursui's eye. Just let me help you, Naruto, as I have done in the past. Alright, but no funny business. I promise I won't hurt you, Naruto. Naruto released the jutsu that held Itachi captive. Then Itachi reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a vial with a Sharingan in it. The Sharingan is constantly switching between the regular form and Mangekyo. Naruto, open your left eye socket, I will implant the eye. Naruto nods and holds open his left eye socket to reveal the emptiness there. Itachi then opens the vial and grabs the eye and places it into Naruto's eye socket. Then when the eye is implanted, it switches to the Mangekyo Sharingan of Shurusui, then it switches to Madara's, then finally switches to the Rinnegan. Thank you, Itachi, just please don't kill Sasuke or his mom, I don't want them to die. I had no intention to, they are innocent of this, so they will live. Farewell, Itachi, I will leave you to this and will keep quiet about it too. Naruto then turns to see Itachi on a telephone pole, darkened to a silhouette by the moon. Good luck in your path, Naruto. Then Naruto jumps off. After a couple of minutes, Sasuke runs down the alley and sees Itachi in front of the moon, but it's only his silhouette, so he can't tell who it is. When Sasuke stops and looks, Itachi is gone. After a couple of seconds, Itachi in front of his house, taking a deep breath, he walks in and he sees his father sitting there. So you have decided to side with the village, Itachi? Fugaku says, looking at his oldest son. Yes, I have, father. What have you done with Sasuke? He hasn't returned home yet. Sasuke is an innocent and will live. I see, and I assume you won't kill Mikoto. Unless you told her of your plan and she sides with you, I won't. Even though I don't agree with your decision, I still support you, Itachi. Itachi starts crying as the emotions of the night, then he runs his father through the heart. Then Itachi walks into the shadows, drying his tears. The rest of the massacre and Itachi's speech to Sasuke is the same as canon. Naruto walks into the house and walks towards the kitchen when Hiashi intercepts him. Naruto, where have you been? I was taking a walk. I thought Hinata told you. Your walks don't bring you near the Uchiha compound, Hiashi says, activating his Byakugan. Why were you there? I was taking my walk when Madara sensei told me that he was sensing a large amount of chakra signatures dropping, and I sensed that they were coming from the Uchiha clan compound, so I rushed over as fast as I could. When I arrived, I saw that the man slaughtering the clan was none other than its hailed prodigy, Itachi Uchiha, killing his fellow clansmen. Hiashi looks shocked at this news. Anything else? Yes, I had another assassination attempt. I managed to avoid a fatal blow, but the kunai was dipped in a very strong neurotoxin that dissolved my left eye. However, Itachi replaced with Shursui Uchiha, so I am all fine. Again, Hayashi's eyes widen in surprise. Why would you ask Itachi for help? Hiashi asks. I didn't, he gave it to me. Okay. Hiashi looks confused. He isn't as mad as you think. But he was slaughtering his clan. Hayashi-sama, what I am about to tell you is a S-rank secret that is never to be revealed. How did you learn it? Itachi told me. Alright, let's hear it. Not until we are in a place where we can't be overheard. Alright, Naruto, follow me into my offices. I asked the fourth Hokage to place privacy seals that hide everything from even our eyes. Hayashi beckons Naruto forward and then the two of them walk into Hayashi's office. When Hayashi closes the door, a bunch of seals spread around the room. There, now we can't be overheard. Itachi was ordered to kill his clan by the higher-ups. Why would they order such a thing? I don't know, all I know is that Itachi asked me to never tell Sasuke the truth. Hayashi starts pacing around the room. Naruto, go to your room, I have things I need to take care of. In the morning go visit Sasuke, I think he will need some help overcoming this ordeal, and he needs a friend. Yes, Hayashi-sama. Naruto bows and walks towards his room. When he gets there, Naruto opens his door and walks in and sees a scroll with a small note attached. Naruto walks over and reads the note. Naruto, I forgot to give you notes on Shursui's eye, so they are in this scroll. I suggest you ask Madara how to use the power of Konohamaru. He will tell you how to use the unique power of the Mangekyo Sharingan. Best of luck. Weasel. P.S. While I want Sasuke to kill me, make sure he doesn't fall into darkness. My mom will help, but what he will really need is a friend who has had the same experience. P.P.S. I have left you notes on all my genjutsu. I feel they will be invaluable. Naruto opens the scroll and looks at the notes. Koto Amatsukami, my genjutsu, has the power to manipulate the mind of an opponent and give them false experiences. Several notes to be careful are included below. 1. This is a very chakra-heavy technique, so be careful. 2. Sensory-type ninja will be able to notice the power of my eye, so be careful when using this power. Also, holders of my eye can resist this technique, so you can't use it on someone who also has my eye. There. The recharge time of my eye is 10 years unless you have the power of Hashirama Senju, in which case it will only take 10 minutes to recharge. 4. Certain commands can be implanted into my eye for special circumstances. Once the command is activated, it will stay unless you remove it yourself. To input a command, you must enter your mindscape and access the eye's power directly. For commands, direct eye contact is required, but if you're just using it regularly, the eye can be covered and the jutsu will still activate. Finally, I hope you use the power of my eye to protect Konoha, and most importantly, when you have mastered my eye, destroy these instructions. I don't want this information falling into the wrong hands. Shursui Uchiha. P.S. Only for the holder of my left eye. Beware of Danzo Shimura, he has my right eye, so if possible extract my eye from behind his bandages and destroy the eye. I don't want that man in command of my eye. So this Danzo holds Shursui's other eye, we need to be careful of him. Kurama says. Naruto, I need to take over for a second. I am going to destroy the instructions, but don't worry Kyuubi, Hashirama, and I have all memorized the instructions and hidden it deep in your mind, so you don't need to worry about someone extracting it. Madara says. Alright Madara-sensei. Naruto responds. Then Naruto's eye switches to Madara's Mangekyo Sharingan. Amaterasu. Naruto/Madara says. Then the black flames spout onto the page, destroying it. Alright Naruto, get some rest, then first thing in the morning we go to the hospital to visit Sasuke. Hashirama says. Then Naruto lies down into his bed and closes his eyes and falls asleep. Konoha Hospital in the morning. Sasuke starts waking up to the sound of nurses talking outside his room. Did you hear the whole Uchiha clan was murdered last night? One voice outside his room says. There are only 2 survivors. Sasuke and Mikoto. A second voice responds. Ka-chan is still alive? Sasuke thinks to himself hopefully. Just then a voice Sasuke recognizes come from other side of the door. Let me in, I want to see him. I am sorry Mikoto-sama, he is still asleep and he needs his rest. I don't care, my son is in there, and I am going to go see him with or without your permission. Now let me see my son. Mikoto snaps. Yes, Mikoto-sama. Then the door opens and Mikoto Uchiha walks in. Ka-chan, Sasuke says, getting up and running over to his mother and hugs her, then starts crying. I thought Itachi killed you. It's okay sweetie, mommy's here. Mikoto strokes Sasuke's head. Why did Itachi and I do it, Ka-chan? Sasuke asks. I don't know sweetie. Mikoto shakes her head. Damn it, Fugaku must have tried to go through with the coup. Itachi, I am so proud of you and I understand that you must be feeling unbelievable sorrow, but you defended the village and I hope that Kami-sama is merciful on you when you die. Just then 2 more voices Sasuke recognizes call from the other side of the door. Let us in, Sasuke needs his friends besides, and if you even dare calling me the name you're thinking, I will have you arrested for violating an S-rank secret. Naruto's voice calls from the door. And if you don't let us in, I will introduce you to our clan's fighting style. Hinata's voice says darkly. Then the door opens and Naruto and Hinata walk in and see Sasuke and Mikoto. Naruto, Hinata, you're here. Sasuke says in confusion. Yeah, we heard what happened and went to check on you to see if you were okay. Naruto says. I am really angry. That's understandable, Sasuke, I know what you must be feeling. Naruto smiles at his friend. How, you never had parents? Sasuke glares. Naruto starts shaking with rage and looks Sasuke in the eye. You're right, Sasuke, I never had parents, and I never knew them. Naruto's look darkens. And as far as I know, they hated and despised me and just dumped me on the street after the 4th seal, the 9-tailed fox inside of me. Naruto roars back. Oh Kushina, you would be sad to see what has happened to your son. They treated him like dirt, and he doesn't even know that you loved him, you and Minato both. Mikoto looks sad. The 4th did what? Sasuke asks, confused, all anger forgotten. He couldn't kill the fox. No man can kill a Biju. Naruto says. The same 9-tailed fox that attacked the village 8 years ago. The very same, the fox that killed hundreds of civilians and ninja alike. Did you ever wonder why I was glared at, called demon brat, fox boy, demon scum, and a series of even darker names that I dare not speak? To say that Sasuke was shocked was to say that Orochimaru was a pedophile. For 5 long years I lived on my own, trying to scrounge up enough food to eat a decent meal once every 2 days, and that was if I was lucky. I was beaten, bruised, poisoned, burned, crucified, stabbed, and all before I could even barely walk. And don't get me started on the hospital. I have been here more times than most people will be in their lifetime, and the care I received here was abysmal, and that's putting it kindly. If not for the fox I would be dead, all because they all saw me as the fox's reincarnation and not a human being. Naruto glares, his Rinnegan glowing dangerously. I had no idea. Sasuke says, looking horrified at the things that Naruto described. Just then a huge flare of killer intent radiates around the room as it resonates off Mikoto. Ka-chan. Sasuke says, unable breath due to what he was experiencing. Kushina and Minato would be ashamed of what this village has done. Mikoto says. Who are they? Hinata asks. The 4th Hokage and his wife, my friends, they were very close to me. Mikoto look over at Naruto. I can't tell Naruto who his parents were because if Iwa and Kumo got wind of Minato and Kushina's son, they would call for his head. Kid, I have to tell you something. Kurama says. What fox? Naruto asks. I know who your parents were. Who were they? Naruto asks. Before I tell you who they were, I want you to promise me that you will not repeat this to anyone until you become a Chunin. I promise, Kyubi-san. Your mother was my previous Jinchuriki, Kushina Uzumaki. That means that my father was the fourth Hokage, Naruto says, starting to shake as tears fall from his eyes. Naruto, if it's any consolation, they loved you very much. They even took my claw to the gut to save you. So you mean that my parents gave their lives so that I could live? Yes, Kit, and with their dying breath they bid their final goodbyes to you. Kushina would visit me sometimes and we would have nice conversations, and she would, on occasion, let me play shogi with your father, who was an excellent player. I believe that our score was 55 games to 55, but that's beside the point. When your mother found out she was pregnant with you, she wouldn't stop talking about you, and she would going on and on how she would raise you, teach you all sorts of stuff, including the 3 ninja prohibitions. She loved you, Kit, and your father was just as excited. Wait, didn't break out of the seal? No, I was ripped out. I was perfectly content with staying in your mother, but then that masked man ripped me out of her. Then Sasuke interrupts Naruto's thoughts. I am sorry I said you didn't know pain, Sasuke says. It's alright, Sasuke, I forgive you. Oh, and by the way, you can't tell anyone about the 9 tails. It's an S-rank secret, and if you tell anyone who doesn't already know, you'll be executed. Well, you probably need your rest, Sasuke, so we will leave you, Hinata says. Yes, see you tomorrow, Sasuke, Naruto says, walking out with Hinata. For years past, from the beginning of the academy, Sasuke had become much more withdrawn from everyone around him except Naruto and Hinata, to whom he had grown quite attached. Naruto and Sasuke had really become like Guy and Kakashi, constantly trying to outdo one another. The academy teachers were really confused on who to give the title of Rookie of the Year to. On the day of the graduation exam, Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata, and the other 27 people of their class, 20 of which were Sasuke fangirls. The only fangirl who really took some of her training seriously was Ino, but that was only because she was a clan heiress, and she would one day take over the Yamanaka clan. Naruto walks over to Sasuke and sits down next to him. So team, who do you think our sensei will be? Naruto asks. Don't know, my guess that they will assign someone powerful to teach the last Uchiha. As to who that might be, your guess is as good as mine, Sasuke says. The only one I can think of that would fit that description would be Kakashi Hataki's son of the White Fang of the Leaf. What makes you think we will be on the same team? I asked Hayashi-sama to pull a few strings, and even though we are tied for Rookie of the Year, we will end up on the same team. It also doesn't hurt that Kakashi requested us both as his students. Why did he request us both? The council ordered him to teach you, and he feels that he owes it to his teammate Obito Uchiha. Obito Uchiha, as in my cousin Obito Uchiha? The same Obito Uchiha who died during the Third Great Ninja War? Probably, but who knows? Naruto shrugs his shoulders. My main concern is our third teammate. I really hope that it isn't one of your fangirls. That would be a very dangerous thing indeed. Sasuke looks scared at the concept. Well, if it's any solace, we know who it won't be. Who? Ino. She will most likely be paired up with Shikamaru and Choji as part of the Ino Shikacho formation. Joy. Sasuke rolls his eyes. Just then the sound of 2 girls running reaches their ears. Sasuke's eyes widen in fear. Just then Sakura and Ino burst into the room, trying to push past one another. Ha, I win, Ino pig! Sakura shouts. What are you talking about, forehead? My foot is at least a centimeter farther than yours. Ino shouts back. Oh my god, shut up both of you! Naruto yells, his Rinnegan glowing dangerously. Naruto, get away from Sasuke-kun! Sakura shouts back. Why would I? Naruto glares back. Because I said so, and you're not worthy to sit by him. Sakura brings her fist back to hit Naruto, but Naruto grabbed her fist and says, Have you ever once considered Sasuke's feelings in this matter? Why would Sasuke-kun not want me sitting next to him? Sakura glares. Perhaps it has something to do with the fact that you annoy him with your constant yelling and the fact that you never leave him alone. Naruto responds. Well put, Naruto. Sasuke responds. Sasuke-kun, Sakura says, crying. Sakura, you need to understand that currently I am not looking to restore my clan. Sasuke then looks away, saying no more. Just then Iruka and Mizuki walk in, and then Iruka looks around at the near silent room in shock. Alright everyone, it's time for the graduation exam. One at a time I will call you and you will enter the room and perform the jutsu we ask of you. If you have any clan jutsu or other jutsu you will receive extra credit. First up we have Choji Akimichi. Irika says. Choji walks forward towards the room for the examination. What do you think the jutsu are, Naruto-kun? Hinata asks. Probably the most basic of the academy jutsu. I swear it's like the civilian council is just trying to make sure that their children can make it through the academy and weaken our forces. That may just be what they are doing, Sasuke says. That could be a problem, Hinata says. Over the next 20 minutes everyone went in and passed, and then Irika called out. Naruto, Uzumaki, you're next. Naruto gets up and walks over to the room. Naruto walks in and then Naruto stands in front of Irika and Nezuki and waits for instructions. First up, Henge, please take the form of the third Hokage. Henge. A cloud of smoke envelopes Naruto, and when it clears, a perfect replica of the third Hokage. Perfect, Naruto, Irika says, smiling. No, he is missing something, Mizuki says. Oh, and what would that be? Irika asks. Under Hokage-sama's left eye he is missing one liver spot. No, he is not, Naruto, you receive full marks. Next test, substitution. Mizuki throws a kunai at Naruto, but Naruto uses the substitution and substitutes with the chair under Mizuki, not only evading the attack but causing Mizuki to fall flat on his ass. Nicely done, Naruto, you passed the substitution test. Final test, the clone test, Mizuki says. This is bad. If Naruto passes this test he becomes a shinobi and my plan is ruined. Then Mizuki's eyes widen as an idea strikes him. I could use that Haruno girl, but if I do the civilian council will have my head. No choice, I have to use Sakura. I don't care about the civilian council. Lord Orochimaru's orders are more important. But Mizuki-sensei, I can't do the Bushin Jutsu, Naruto says. Maybe I don't have to use Sakura after all, Mizuki thinks in delight. I am sorry, Naruto, but without the Bushin Jutsu you can't pass. Irika-sensei, the test requires 3 clones, right? They can be any clones, but as long as there are 3 I pass, right? Yes, that is the test. Alright then. Naruto claps his hands together. Wood style, wood clone jutsu. Naruto's chakra divides into 10 wood clones that sprout from the ground. Wooden clones. Mizuki glares at Naruto in rage. I am sorry, Naruto, but the test was to use the Bushin Jutsu. I am afraid you fail. No, Mizuki, he passes, as the test was just to make clones, and as there are 10 perfectly healthy clones here I has done more that is required but earn extra credit for displaying an unknown power of the first Hokage. He used wood clones. Well done, Naruto, you have mastered my wood clone jutsu with supreme ease, Hashirama says to Naruto and barely contained joy. Thank you, Hashirama-sensei, Naruto responds. I want to demonstrate something else as well. What do you wish to demonstrate? A very powerful water-style jutsu. Alright, let's see then, Mizuki says. Without a water source there is no way the demon can perform any water jutsu. Alright then. Naruto starts weaving hand signs. Water-style, giant water vortex jutsu. Large amounts of water gathers from the atmosphere and then blasts Mizuki, drenching him to the point he is soaked down to his underwear. Fusuke, and Mizuki yells in his head. Fuck in a bucket, that was impressive. Irika whistles. Thank you, Irika-sensei, Naruto says. You pass, Naruto. Irika hands Naruto a headband. Naruto walks out smiling at his classmates. Sasuke looks over Naruto. What jutsu did they ask for? Sasuke asks. Transformation, substitution, and clones, you know, the basic shit. What did you do to overdo it? Wood clones, then a very powerful water-style jutsu by pulling moisture from the atmosphere. So that's why I heard Mizuki-sensei scream in a rush of water. Sasuke laughs, then a thought strikes him. Wait, did you say you pulled water out of the atmosphere? Yes, I did. I have a strong affinity for all 5 elements, as such I can pull moisture from the atmosphere in the case of a lack of a water source. It's rare for a ninja to be born with such a strong affinity for one element. How is it you have one for all 5? It is my eyes. The Rinnegan allows me to have an affinity for the 5 elements. That's quite the eye, Sasuke says. Sasuke, you're up, Irika calls out. Sasuke stands up and walks into the room to pass his test. Naruto looks at Hinata and smiles at her. Naruto-kun, are you okay? Hinata asks. Yeah, I am just concerned because of what today is. What is today? This is when Hashirama sensei and Madara sensei returned to the afterlife. Perhaps you could ask Lord Shinigami for more time for them. I will ask him. Naruto gets up and walks out of the room. When Naruto walks into the courtyard, CJ appears in a gathering of darkness. The time has come for Madara and Hashirama to return to the afterlife. Shinigami-sama, may I make a request? What is your request? I would like Hashirama-sensei and Madara-sensei to stay with me, and I would also like Kurama's Yin chakra back. That's a pretty serious request. Why would you ask such a thing? I want to master the true power of the Nine Tails, and I think it's only fair that he gets his full power back. Dealing with only your young isn't fair. Naruto, why would you do this for me? Kurama asks. Like I said, it isn't fair to deal with only your young chakra. Alright, I will do it, but only because you asked so politely. CJ says, then reaches into his mouth and after a few seconds pulls out a chakra outline of a nine-tailed fox. Naruto, place your hand on the fox chakra and it will be absorbed into the fox. Then CJ smiles. Then Naruto places his hand on the Yin and it absorbs into Naruto and into the fox. If you're really serious about controlling the fox's full power, you will need Hashirama and Madara for a long time to come. Thank Lord Shinigami. Naruto bows. You're welcome, Naruto. CJ smiles. Naruto then walks back into the classroom and sees Sasuke standing there with his headband on. You passed. Naruto smiles. Where did you go? There were some things I needed to take care of regarding you-know-who. Sasuke's eyes widen. Kid, we need to talk. Kurama's voice calls out. Naruto enters his mind and walks towards the giant cage where Kurama was sitting there. Alright, Kyubi, what did you want to talk about? It's time for me to tell you two things. One, my name is Kurama, and secondly, I am here to have you sign my Biju contract so you can summon me to battle when you are in need. Alright, Kurama. Naruto smiles at Kurama. Then Kurama bites his thumb and slams his paw on the ground and a scroll appears in front of Naruto. Just bite your thumb and sign your name in blood and you can summon me for battle. What's the catch? Naruto asks, looking suspicious. Just change your mind up a little bit, make it a giant forest or something. Yeah, a forest sounds good, Hashirama says. Madara just nods in agreement. Alright, Naruto says, then envisions a giant forest with a cave in the center, and Kurama's seal changes into a collar. I guess the seal has to be represented somehow, Kurama says. Better than a cage, that's for certain. Naruto, as much as I don't mean to be a pest, but if Kurama gets a home, shouldn't we? Hashirama asks. Sure, Hashirama-sensei. Naruto responds cheerfully. Then he envisions a giant 4-story house with bedrooms, kitchens, a bathhouse, a library and scrolls upon scrolls containing Naruto's memories and jutsu knowledge. Nicely done, Naruto. Madara smiles in approval. Then Naruto leaves his mind to see Sasuke staring at him. Naruto! He shouts. What? Naruto snaps back. So you finally respond. I've been calling you for the past 5 minutes. What did you want to know? Naruto looks exasperated. I was wondering what you were doing. You had a glazed look in your eyes. I was having a chat with you-know-who. Oh, and what did he tell you? I got a new summoning contract, so that totals 9 contracts. Sasuke looks shocked. How can you have 9 contracts? It's not possible to have more than one. With the Rinnegan I can summon multiple animals, as could the Sage of the 6 Paths. Cool. Sasuke says, what other powers do you have? Well, I can read minds by ripping out a person's soul and extracting the information. I can repulse or attract objects, people, or even ninjutsu. I can form mechanized armor. I can revive the dead, but takes a lot of chakra, so I don't want to use it unless I absolutely have to. I can also absorb an infinite amount of chakra that could cancel a ninjutsu by removing the chakra behind it. And I can summon the King of Hell for interrogation and restoration. Nice. I also have the wood style of the first Hokage. Sasuke looks shocked. How? I am sorry, Sasuke, I can't tell you that, it's a secret. Naruto looks down at his feet. I understand. Though I do have one question. Ask away. Where did you learn Great Fire Annihilation? I will let you in on a secret, but I want you to promise to not tell anyone. Naruto adopts a look of seriousness. I promise. Sealed inside of me are both Madara Uchiha and Hashirama Senju, who were given direct orders from the Shinigami to train me in everything they know, so I learned it from him. Sasuke looks shocked at this news. Why would the Shinigami order them to train you? I don't know. Naruto shrugs his shoulders. Well, I thank you for trusting me with this secret, Naruto. Sasuke smiles. Well, we should go home and get some rest for tomorrow. Naruto motions over to Hinata, and she walks over, and then the three of them walk home when a thought strikes Naruto. Sasuke, why do you bring your mother over for dinner? I will ask Hayashi-sama if it's okay. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I will go take Taka-chan, Sasuke says, and a smile on his face, then walks off. Naruto and Hinata walk into the compound and see Hayashi drilling Hanabi in Juken. Hinata, Naruto, welcome home. Hayashi smiles at his daughter and adopted son. Hayashi-sama. Naruto bows. Naruto, there is no needs for such formality, just call me Hayashi. Hayashi, I was wondering if we could invite Mikoto-sama and Sasuke over for dinner. Sure, that sounds great. I am sure Hikari would love to catch up with Mikoto. Thank you too, San. Hinata bows, then hugs him. 10 minutes later, one of the guards walks in. Lord Hayashi, Mikoto Uchiha and Sasuke Uchiha are here to see you, the guard says. Send them in. Yes, Lord Hayashi. The guard bows and walks out. When he walks back, and Sasuke and Mikoto are behind him. Sasuke, Mikoto, so glad you could join us, Hikari says, walking out and smiling at her childhood friend. Hikari-chan, it's good to see you again. We never talk anymore. Mikoto smiles at Hikari. We should take a girls' night out sometime. Hikari and Mikoto walk into the kitchen to start making dinner. Just then Neji walks out with his younger sister, who was Hanabi's age. Yuki-chan, Hanabi says delightedly and hugs her cousin. Hanabi-ne. Yuki smiles at her cousin. Then they start running around playing tag while the others just laugh as they run around. Why don't Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata and Neji mess around a bit? Hayashi says. I have some clan business to attend to. Hayashi walks inside, then Naruto, Sasuke, Hinata and Neji look at each other. So what do you want to do? Naruto asks. Ninja tag? Neji suggests. Are you suggesting we throw kunai at each other? Sasuke asks. Do you have any ideas? Neji retorts. Sasuke scratches his head sheepishly. Ninja tag sounds like fun actually. Alright, who is it first? Hinata asks. 1, 2, 3, not it. Naruto shouts. Not it. Hinata shouts. Not it. Neji shouts. Nah, shoot. Sasuke curses. I am at a serious disadvantage here. All three of them have a dojutsu and I have yet to activate my Sharingan. Sasuke thinks to himself. 10 minutes later, Sasuke is running around throwing wooden kunai at Naruto, Hinata and Neji. They dodged the kunai skillfully, laughing as they ran around. 20 minutes later, the game switched up with Naruto as the one throwing. However, Naruto added wind and lightning chakra, so it was extra dangerous as even the slightest scratch could prove deadly. During this game, Sasuke awakened his Sharingan as the necessary stress to Sasuke to force activate the eye. When Sasuke activated his Sharingan, he started to be able to dodge the kunai so he didn't get killed. After hours of playing ninja tag, Mikoto and Hikari call out. Sasuke, Naruto, Hinata, Neji come in for dinner. The four of them walk into the house to see Hanabi, Yuki, Hizashi, Hinako, Hayashi, Mikoto, and Hikari all sitting at the table. Naruto and Hinata sit down next to each other, Neji sits next to his sister, and Sasuke sits near Mikoto. Everyone grabs chopsticks, and then claps their hands together. Ikadaimasu. They all say as one, then they dig into the meal. Over the next few hours, everyone is laughing and joking with each other. However, the highlight of the evening was when Naruto's pranking nature got the better of him, and he set off a low-powered paper bomb that he set when Hayashi went to the bather room, blowing up Hayashi's food and sending it into his face. Hayashi spent 20 minutes running around the house trying to catch Naruto with bits of dango covering his face while everyone was on the ground laughing until they were blue in the face. Hayashi eventually gave up trying to catch Naruto because he was just too good at evading Hayashi, but Naruto had a suspicious feeling that Hayashi would try and get him back for this. After everyone had dinner, they moved on to dessert, which, much to Hayashi's relief, went off without a hitch. After everyone had their fill, Sasuke and Mikoto departed back for the Uchiha clan compound. Hayashi turned to Naruto, a stern look on his face. Naruto, what was that for? Hayashi says. You were asking for it. Besides, did you see the look on your face? Naruto starts laughing, priceless. Naruto, don't ever do that again, Hayashi says sternly. Oh, come on, Hayashi, lighten up, Hizashi says, patting his brother on the back. Besides, the kid's right, that was hilarious. Maybe you would like to be the next victim of Naruto's pranks, then we will see how funny it is. Hizashi's eyes shrink in fear as Naruto's pranks are unpredictable. He never used the same prank twice. Just promise me you won't prank anyone from the Huga clan again and I will forgive you. Yes, Hayashi-sama. Naruto bows. Now go get some sleep, you will need it. The next morning Naruto wakes up and goes to the bathroom and takes a shower. Kit, we need to talk, Kurama says. Alright, what about Kurama? Naruto asks. It's about your chakra reserves. What about them? Hashirama and Madara have been looking through your DNA chain and what adverse effects their DNA has had, and they found something very interesting. What did they find? Your chakra reserves are right now above the Rokubis and approaching the Nanabias, and that is without my chakra added to the mix. If the calculations are correct, you will have chakra reserves to match mine by the time you turn 16. So today, after you learn who your sensei is, I want you to go to the top of the Hokage monument and pray to Kami and ask her to teach you creation of all things, so that way you can truly become the new sage of the six paths. Alright, Kurama and I will do as you ask. You know something, Kit, you are so like the sage. He really was the first to speak to my heart, and you're the second. I guess those eyes of yours really let you get along with Biju. Thanks, Kurama and you really are like the brother I always wanted. Even though Niji is like my older brother, you connect with me at an emotional level. I promise I will never do wrong by you. Naruto gets out of the shower and walks to his armor and puts it on. Naruto, we are going to need to find you a seal master so you can get chakra weights, Madara says. Yes, Madara-sensei. Naruto leaves his room to see Hinata standing there like she does every morning. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Hinata smiles. I hope we are on the same team. I do too, Naruto-kun, but it is more likely that you will get one of Sasuke's fangirls, Hinata says sadly. Naruto shudders at the thought. Let's not such thoughts distract us. Naruto holds out his arm to Hinata, who takes it with a smile and blush on her face. Naruto and Hinata walk down the hall arm in arm. Niji walks out with a groggy look on his face. Morning, Niji and I. Hinata smiles. Morning, Hinata, Naruto. Niji says, rubbing his eyes, then he looks at Naruto. Did you leave any hot water? Yes, I did. I knew you had a C rank today, so I used cold water but heated it with my chakra, so only the cold water drains slightly. Thank you, Naruto. Niji treks off to the shower, rubbing his eyes as he goes. Naruto, did you really leave hot water for Niji and I? Hinata asks. Yes. Naruto replies honestly, then he looks at her. I promised Hayashi that I wouldn't prank any Huga ever again. I never go back on my word, cause that's my nindo. Hinata smiles, and then she and Naruto walk off to the academy. When they arrive, Sasuke is sitting in his patented Uchiha Avenger pose. After 20 minutes everyone has arrived and the Uchiha fangirls glare at Naruto and Hinata for sitting near their Sasuke-kun. Get away from Sasuke-kun! A random civilian council member's daughter yells at Hinata. Yeah, you Huga bitch, get away from Sasuke-kun and don't think you can seduce him with your Huga ways, another girl says. At that moment Naruto's chakra flares dangerously. Take that back. Naruto's chakra keeps rising, but Naruto stops flaring when he reaches the Sanbai in pure chakra. Go ahead, threaten me all you like. My father is on the civilian council. I could get you kicked out of the village in a toss of my hair. An invisible pressure presses down on all of them as it emulates from Naruto. The walls and tiles start cracking around him. It seems that you finally realized it. Naruto grins. My chakra levels are on par with the Nanabi. In case you weren't paying attention to Irika-sensei's lesson on the nine-tailed beast, that means my chakra is near infinite levels. I am sure you have heard of Kisame Hoshigaki. Who hasn't? He is an S-ranked missing ninja from the Hidden Mist village. Do you know his nickname? No, what? Sasuke asks. The tailless tailed beast. His chakra levels are on par with the Nibi, or 2 tails. My levels are at the Nanabi, or 7 tails. The Nanabi is 10 times stronger than the Rokubi, 100 times stronger than the Gobi, 1,000 times stronger than the Yambi, 10,000 times stronger than the Sanbai, and 100,000 times stronger than the Nibi. So what? The Uchiha fangirls yells. I am done talking to you. Naruto turns away from the girl just as she is about to retort. Irika walks in and everyone shut up in fear of his big-headed jutsu. Alright, I am so glad that none of you failed. Irika smiles. Where is Mizuki-sensei? Sakura asks. He was arrested attempting to steal the forbidden scroll. Irika looks away sadly. To think that my friend would betray the leaf. So that is why he was trying to fail me, so he could get me to take the scroll, then he would kill me. take the scroll and be hailed as a hero. Anyway, that's not important. What is important is who your teammates are. Irika pulls out a list. Team 1 will be A/N. It's just Sasuke fangirls, so we will move on. Team 7 will be Sasuke Uchiha, Naruto Uzumaki, and Hinata Huga. Naruto looks at his friends, a great smile on his face. It seems we will all be on a team together. Hinata smiles back. Sasuke just smirks and responds with the trademark HN to keep up his emo Avenger around his class. Team 8 will be Sakura Haruno, Kiba Inuzuka, and Shino Aburame. What? Sakura shouts at the top of her lungs. Everyone clutches their ears in pain and Akamaru howls in agony. Why can't I be with Sasuke Kyuin? Because Team 7's sensei requested all 3 of them, and that's the last I want to hear from you on this subject, Haruno. Irika yells, and then he clears his throat. Team 9 is still in circulation, so Team 10 will be Ino Yamanaka, Choji Akimichi, and Shikamaru Nara. Nuh! Why am I stuck with the lazy jerk and the fat ass? Why can't I be with Sasuke-kun? Ino whines. Naruto looks over at Sasuke and Hinata. Well, I can say without doubt that we are going to be the best genin team out there. Naruto says, then flash a toothy grin. What would ever make you say that? Sasuke asks sarcastically. Sasuke, don't be mean. Hinata scolds. Meanwhile, in Hinata's head, a small chibi Hinata is dancing around holding a sign saying thank you, Kami. Little does she know that Sasuke's inner chibi and Naruto's are doing the same thing. Who is our sensei? Ino asks. Sensei of Team 7 will be Kakashi Hatake, sensei of Team 8 is Kurina Yuhi, and the sensei for Team 10 is Asuma Saratobi. Irika says. Alright, Sasuke. Hinata, if you need me, I am taking a nap. Naruto says, closing his eyes. And if I were you, I would too, because Kakashi is usually 3 hours late to everything. Naruto falls asleep, and after a few minutes Sasuke shrugs his shoulders. Why not? Beside, I could always use a good nap now and again. Naruto's mind. Naruto looks around and sees the forest of his mind. Wonder what the fox wants to talk about. Naruto wonders, then starts walking forward. Warning, Lemon, it has no plot significance, so if you want to skip it, go ahead. Harder, Kurama-kun. A female voice yells out in pure ecstasy from the back of the cave. Good, Kami, you're tight. Kurama's voice grunts in response. Naruto walks forward really confused, and to his horror sees Kurama with a more human form with red hair, his typical 9 tails behind him, and a red goatee on his bed, fucking none other than Kami herself. Faster, harder, make me scream. Kami says. Your wish is my command. Kurama responds, thrusting harder and faster while nibbling down on Kami's left and cycling it with his tongue. Holy fuck, Kurama! Kami screams. Aren't I already doing that? Kurama jokes, his hand pinching Kami's other. Kurama, I'm coming. Me too, Kami. Kurama lets loose the huge roar that shook the cave as his seed blasted into Kami as she clamped around him and let loose the scream. Kami rolls over next to him and looks at him, sweat dripping down her face. And Lemon, A/N. That's my first lemon, so if you wouldn't mind telling how I did, I would appreciate it, and don't expect lemons too often. I would prefer not to get yelled at by the server. Good God, Kurama, no matter how many times we do that, it never ceases to amaze me just how much stamina you have. The benefits of being a Biju, baby. Kurama smiles, then he notices Naruto standing there. Oh crud. Naruto stands there in shock as what he just witnessed, then he runs off towards where Hashirama and Madara make their home. Kurama sighs, better make yourself decent, Kami-chan, and later I will have to ask Madara and Hashirama for help giving Naruto the talk because you know I will need it. I will see you later, Kurama-kun. Kami kisses her lover on the cheek, then walks over to where her outfit was discarded all over the floor. A/N. No matter how mature Naruto may be, he is relatively uneducated when it comes to stuff like sex. Plus, wouldn't you be a little traumatized if you walked in on someone you considered an older sibling having sex with their respective partner? When Naruto walks in, Hashirama and Madara are looking over scrolls when they hear Naruto walk in, a look of horror on his face. They walk over to him, concern plastered on their face. Naruto, what's wrong? Hashirama asks. Kami, Kurama. Naruto shudders at the memory and curls up into a ball, and does the only thing a kid can do when they are overwhelmed: he cries. It's okay, Naruto, we're here for you, Madara says as he sits down next to Naruto and puts his arm around him. Hashirama sits down next to Naruto and places his hand on Naruto's shoulder. That's alright, Naruto, let it out, Hashirama says, looking at Madara, and picks up a rock and carves a message on it and hands it to Madara, which reads, We are going to have the talk with him. Madara nods. After a few minutes, Naruto finally calms down and walks out towards the huge lake that represented his chakra and starts throwing stones into it. After a few minutes, Kami walks up behind Naruto, a look of concern on her face. Naruto, I am sorry you had to see that, Kami says, sitting next to him. Are you okay, Naruto? I'm okay, Kami-sama, just next time could you give me a little warning like a sign or something? Kurama-kun said you had something you wanted to ask me. Yes, I would like you to teach me the creation of all things. Well, if you're going to be the new sage of the six paths, I guess it makes sense to teach you that technique. What do I need to do? This technique is very simple but not without dangers. Kami holds out her hands and a blue chakra in her right and a red in her left. This technique separates your yin chakra from your yang chakra. This brings what you imagine to the plane of reality. What is the risk? If you have any stray thought, that thought is brought forth too, and I mean any. Alright, what do I need to do? Just watch, it should come naturally. Kami then closes her eyes and a boot appears. Oh, I get it now, let me try. Naruto holds out his hands, focusing. At first nothing happens, but after a few minutes of concentrating, the blue fire of yin chakra appears in Naruto's left hand, and then the red fire of yang appears in Naruto's right hand. After a few seconds, a perfect replica of Hinata, Neji, Hayashi, Hikari, Hanabi, Yuki, Hizashi, and Sasuke appear in front of them. Naruto then drops to one knee, sweating wildly. The lake behind Naruto drops dramatically to the size of a small pond. It seems that even with your incredible chakra reserves, that creating larger objects you can't make more than 8 without dropping from chakra exhaustion. I hope I can make more sooner or later. Naruto huffs. Don't worry, with more practice you could create an entire mountain range without the slightest drain on your chakra. However, I don't recommend you practice every day, as that could put you to the hospital, so I say practice at the most 3 times a week, and don't bother using shadow clones. Even if you make only one, it won't have enough chakra. Thank you, Kami-sama. Naruto bows as best he can. Kid, if you need my chakra, feel free. I will slowly replenish your systems so nobody starts thinking I am trying to take over. Kurama voice calls from his cave. Thanks, Kurama and I. Naruto leaves his mind. Naruto's eyes snap open and he looks over at Sasuke to see him looking at Naruto. What's wrong, Naruto? Sasuke asks. Naruto looks confused. What do you mean? Naruto asks. You were crying in your sleep and shaking like a leaf. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just saw something I wish I didn't. You want to talk about it? No, if I do I will probably break down again. Anyway, I just about to wake you up as. Alright, thanks, Sasuke. Naruto then turns his head towards the door as he senses a large chakra signature. Just then the door opens and Kakashi sticks his head in. Well, it's about time you showed up, Kakashi Hatake. I was starting to get bored waiting for you. Naruto looks at Kakashi. My first impression is you're boring, Kakashi says. Meet me on the roof in 3 minutes. Kakashi shins away. Naruto looks at Sasuke and Hinata, then crack a smile. Last one there has to buy lunch, Naruto says and runs off. Sasuke runs after him, shaking his head with a tick mark on his head. Oh no, you don't. Get back here, Naruto. Hinata jumps out the window and runs up the walk towards the roof. A couple minutes later, Naruto runs onto the roof and Sasuke just behind him, both glaring at one another. I guess Hinata is buying lunch, Sasuke says. No, you are, Sasuke. Hinata calls from the railing that she was sitting on. Kakashi raises his eyebrow at his genin. Well, it would appear stamina-wise Naruto has the most, but then again he has extraordinarily high chakra levels. Sasuke looks like he and Naruto are on par, and Hinata ran up the side of the building to take a shortcut, which means she has incredible chakra control, but then again that's no surprise as she is a Huga, so chakra control was probably never an issue, but for such a young age she has incredible reserves. Kakashi thinks to himself, gauging what he would need to work on assuming they pass their test. Well, now that we are all here, why don't we introduce ourselves? What do you mean, sensei? Sasuke asks. You know your likes, dislikes, and dreams for the future, that sort of thing. Why don't you go first so we get an example of what you expect? I'm Kakashi Hatake. I have no desire to tell you my likes and dislikes, my dreams for the future. As for my hobbies, I have lots of hobbies. All we got was his name. All 3 of his students face fault. You go first, you Huga. Well, I like flower pressing, Naruto-kun, my mother, my father, my uncle Hizashi, my aunt Hanako, my little sister Hanabi, and my cousin Neji and Ai-san. I don't like people who judge others before getting to know them. My dream is to help Naruto-kun walk the world down the path of peace and then get married to Naruto-kun. Alright, you next, Blondie, Kakashi says. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. My likes are Hinata-chan, Hokage Gigi, Madara sensei and Hashirama sensei, and Kyubi-ni-san. My dislikes include a lot of people in this village because they treat me like dirt and people who judge before getting to know someone. My dream is to become Hokage and lead this village to a new era of peace, like the Rakuto Sanin wanted to but never got the chance. Alright, last but not least, Uchiha. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. Hate a lot of things. I like my friends Naruto and Hinata, and my mom, and what I have is not a dream because I will make it a reality. I'm going to restore my clan and destroy a certain someone. So an Avenger, a Sage Reborn, and a Huga with much to protect, they all seem to fight for something other than themselves. To a degree they might just be the team that passes. Kakashi thinks to himself. Alright, tomorrow we will meet at Training Ground 7 at 6 a.m. for our first mission. Kakashi says. What kind of mission? Naruto asks. If I tell you, I can guarantee you won't like it. Tell us, Kakashi-sensei. Hinata says. A survival exercise. However, this survival exercise has a 66.6% chance of failing, meaning of the 27 graduates, only 9 will make it on to a squad. Kakashi then turns to his students. I have to pass or I can't kill Itachi. Sasuke thinks, then he looks over at Naruto and Hinata. However, I have good teammates, so I don't think I have anything to worry about. If I don't pass Hinata-chan, and I will be separated, and I won't let that happen. Naruto thinks. Naruto-kun, Sasuke and I can take anything. After all, we have a Sharingan user, my Jukin, and the power of the Sage of the Six Paths and the wood style of the Shodaime. We won't fail. Naruto, Hinata and Sasuke say at the same time and glare back at Kakashi. Is that confidence or bravado? Confidence is good, but bravado gets shinobi killed. A/N. Yes, I got that from Skyrim, which I play but don't own the rights to. But should we fail? Naruto starts. We fail as one, as a team. Hinata continues. Because we don't abandon our comrades. Sasuke finishes. Kakashi looks at Naruto, Hinata and Sasuke. Scratch that, they already passed, but I will just mess with them, but I need to be careful. Naruto has the Rinnegan and the wood style of the first, and Kami knows what else, coupled with the fact that I know next to nothing about the Rinnegan or its abilities. Naruto alone is dangerous, but with Hinata it's worse, as close quarters combat with a Huga is suicide, and if Sasuke has his Sharingan he might be able to read and predict my movements, and his can be deactivated. I think these guys might just be the rookie squad of the year. Kakashi smiles under his mask. Alright, oh, and by the way, don't eat breakfast, you will throw up. Kakashi shins away. So let's go grab lunch, and Sasuke, you're paying. Naruto smiles. The three of them walk off towards a dango restaurant. The owner welcomes them, but then sees Naruto. Uchiha-sama, should I get rid of that brat for you if he causing you problems? The owner asks. Sasuke looks at the owner with a dark look on his face. That brat, as you call him, is my friend, and if you so much as sneer at him I will have you thrown in jail faster than you can say Sharingan. Sasuke growls. But Uchiha-sama. Hinata walks up with a sickly sweet smile on her face. Imagine Anohana's, from Bleach. Smiles that scares the shit out of everyone. I would really appreciate it if you would let us sit down and have our meal as a team. The owner starts sweating up a storm. Of course, Lady Huga. The three of them walk over and sit down and place their orders. So what do you know about Kakashi Naruto? Sasuke asks. Not much other than what I already told you, and he has a kill on contact order for the missed assassination group. So do you think we should disregard his advice not to eat breakfast? Hinata asks. It's the most important meal of the day, you shouldn't squander it. Besides, we will need all the energy we can get to face a Jounin. Are you going to do what you normally do with enigmas, Naruto-kun? Yeah. Am I missing something here? Sasuke asks, confused. When Naruto is confused or needs more information on something, he visits the Huga clan library and sorts through history books and bingo books to find out what he can. Hinata says. While they sit down and eat their lunch and just enjoy each other's company. After about 20 minutes, Naruto gets up and turns to Hinata and Sasuke. I have to go, I have Fūinjutsu lessons. Since when are you learning Fūinjutsu? Sasuke asks, confused. Remember that time Training Ground 22 burned down and no one knew why? Yeah. Hinata says, confused. That was because I was fighting a certain white-haired pervert that was peeking on you and many other women. What? Hinata's look darkens. Flashback 3 months ago. Naruto is in a bathing suit soaking wet, and is standing towards the edge of the water of the Konoha bathhouse. Okay, I almost had it that time, just a bit more and I should have it. Naruto focuses his chakra into his feet and walks forward onto the water and stands there for a couple of minutes. So far so good, now let's walk around on it. Naruto starts pacing around the pool, a grin on his face. Alright, now for some jutsu as well as shuriken dodging. Naruto puts his hand together in the cross seal. Shadow clone jutsu. 10 Naruto clones surround him, this time none of them have the Rinnegan. They all surround Naruto and start chucking shuriken while Naruto dodges the attacks and maintains the chakra required to walk on water, and then several clones rush in and engage Naruto in taijutsu while practicing the water walking to help Naruto out. Meanwhile, Kurama, Hashirama and Madara are observing Naruto's progress through the 3 remaining clones at the edge. Excellent work, Naruto, your chakra controls is fantastic for someone with so much chakra, Kurama says. I say his chakra control is just as good as mine was before I died, Hashirama says, looking at Madara. Yeah, his control is great. He might be able to learn medical ninjutsu if we could find him a suitable teacher, as neither of us can use chakra since we are dead. Madara nods at Naruto's progress. Maybe your granddaughter, Tsunade. If Naruto can survive her temper, I think she could make a fine teacher. When Naruto defeated all his clones, he looks over at the 3 by edge. How did I do? Naruto asks. I think you mastered this chakra control jutsu, Madara says. Then the Madara clone, Hashirama and Kurama clone dispel themselves. Naruto walks over to the towel he had and dried himself off. Then he hears a perverted giggle by the women's side of the hot spring. Naruto gets back into his armor and walks out to see Jiraiya, who is holding a notepad and pencil, and he is writing things down on the pad, then giggling again. Naruto walks out of sight and holds his hand out. Universal pull. Naruto whispers and the man goes flying back towards Naruto. He would have screamed, but that would have given away his position. What's the big idea interrupting my research? Jiraiya asks, annoyed. First off, my girlfriend is there, and as an FYI, you don't want to make her mad. She is a Huga. Just who the hell are you anyway? Jiraiya starts swinging his hair around. I'm glad you asked. I am the hermit of Mount Myoboku, the wise and immortal spirit. That's right, it is I, the Toad Mountain Sage. Jiraiya finished his small little dance. Kid, I recognize that old geezer. He was supposed to be your godfather. I was listening in when Minato and Kushina assigned him the position, Kurama says. What's his name? Jiraiya of the Sanin. Naruto's eyes narrow dangerously. Toad Sage. Exactly. So what the hell were you doing peeping at women in the bathhouse? Naruto gets a cold look on his face. I was doing research, which you very unkindly interrupted. Research? Naruto asked, his eyes closing as he debated whether or not to kill the man in front of him. You see, I'm a novelist. I am a writer of great books. He pulled out a book with the title Make Out Paradise, like this. Kid, I recognize that book. You know about it, Kurama? Yeah, apparently Kami-chan got a lot of ideas from those books. I grew suspicious where she got these ideas, and I did a bit of searching, and after examining Kushina's memories I learned much about these books. Kurama sends Naruto images of what he learned. You wrote that? Naruto said. Yes, I see you know it, Jiraiya said. I'm already famous, it's not even out in paperback yet. You call that pervy trash a novel, Naruto said when he went ballistic. Research, yeah right. Just an excuse to peek at girls in the bathhouse. Naruto starts breathing in and out to control himself. Dirty old man. Naruto mutters under his breath. Unfortunately, Jiraiya heard him. You little, there's nothing dirty about it. I happen to be a serious artist who's inspired by youth and beauty, that's all. Well, listen, Jiraiya, or should I say Godfather? Naruto's eyes snap open, giving him a death glare oozing with malice. Note to self, do not piss off Naruto. Kurama thinks to himself. Godfather, the only one who could call me that was Naruto, and he. Jiraiya notices the look of Naruto's face and hair. Then an after image of Kushina and Minato appear behind Naruto, and slowly Jiraiya analyzes as the hairs mix together. Kushina's hair starts spiking like Minato's, then turns blonde. Needless to say, Jiraiya added 2 and 2 pretty fast. Oh crud, I'm dead, that's definitely Minato and Kushina's kid. If Minato finds out I forsake my duty, he'd kill me. I really hope he didn't inherit his mother's temper, because that coupled with this massive chakra I'm sensing. Then Jiraiya notices Naruto's eyes. Those eyes, they're just like Nagato's, the Rinnegan. Then Jiraiya's pupils shrink in fear. Well, listen, Godfather, the friend in my head is telling me you're a good Fūinjutsu user. Friend his head? Oh no, he has to mean the 9 tails. Jiraiya starts panicking. Yes, I am a good Fūinjutsu specialist. I taught the 4th Hokage a lot, but compared to an Uzumaki, I'm a novice. I see, and then I would like to learn Fūinjutsu as well. Absolutely not. You distract me from my research, and then you expect me to teach you. You're absolute out of your mind. How about a bet then? A bet? Yes, I challenge you to a fight no holds barred. I win, you train me, and if you win I will do whatever you ask of me. Deal, kid. Naruto holds out his hand. Shake on it. Jiraiya holds out his hand and shakes Naruto's hand. Let's take this somewhere else. After all, I don't think either of us want collateral damage. Let's go to Training Ground 22. Do I really use Sage Mode on him? Well, he did say no holds barred, and with the Rinnegan he could be very dangerous, and he has enormous chakra. A battle with him could last for a long time. Jiraiya is a Sanin, which means he is above Kage level, which means that I will have to use my paths and any other jutsu in my arsenal to defeat him. When Naruto and Jiraiya arrive at Training Ground 22, Jiraiya claps his hands together and stands there. If you don't attack, I will. Just give me a movement, I promise it will be worth your while. Jiraiya starts gathering his chakra to summon Fukasaku and Shima. After a couple of minutes, 2 plumes of smoke appear on Jiraiya's shoulders and he transforms and enters his Sage Mode. Jiraiya boy, why did you call us here? The toad with white hair on his left shoulder asks. I was making lunch, the other toad says. I am sorry, Pa, but my opponent has the Rinnegan. The sage's eyes? The white-haired toad says, his eyes wide in shock. Yeah. Are you ready? Naruto asks. Yeah, let's get started. Jiraiya charges Naruto and starts throw blow after blow, though Naruto blocks them attack for attack. This goes on for 45 minutes. He can not only block my attacks but counter them and leave quite the bruise. Naruto is good, no doubt about it. Jiraiya thinks as he carefully observes Naruto's movements. After a few more minutes of fighting, Naruto jumps back, then starts weaving hand signs. Fire style, great fire annihilation. Naruto exhales a huge plume of fire that burns everything around him. Jiraiya jumps off to the left to avoid the blast of flame. Sage art, bath of boiling oil. The bath of boiling oil blasts towards Naruto. Naruto leaps out of the way and the charges in and starts striking Jiraiya with high-speed blows and kicks. Jiraiya jumps back and starts weaving hand signs. Fire-style dragon flame bombs. Jiraiya exhales a huge blast of fire. Naruto starts weaving hand signs. Water-style, water wall. Naruto spits out a huge blast of water. Jiraiya's eyes widen in shock. To use such a powerful water-style jutsu where this is no water, only the second Hokage could do that. Naruto starts weaving more hand signs and inhales deeply. Combination wind and fire style, great dragon's breath. Naruto exhales a huge blast of fire 10 times larger than grand fire annihilation. Jiraiya uses a substitution jutsu to dodge the attack. The fire jutsu encamps the entire training ground, reducing it to ash in seconds. Jiraiya looks behind him and sees that there is nothing left of the training ground. Forget it, kid, Jiraiya says in shock. If you can burn down an entire training ground, you're good enough in my book. I'll train you, kid. End flashback. Do you mean to tell me you fought one of the legendary Sanin and won? Sasuke asks, his eyes wide. Yeah, now I got to go. Naruto leaps off towards the hot springs. When he arrives, he sees Jiraiya peeking at girls. Naruto sighs and taps him on the shoulder. Jiraiya turns to Naruto and puts his pad back in his tool pouch, and then the two of them walk over to the recently repaired Training Ground 22. Alright, Naruto, progress and skill with seals is very impressive. Now I am going to teach you about seals for keeping Biju locked up. Naruto, lift your shirt. Naruto grumbles and lifts the top part of his armor off and rolls up the muscle shirt beneath. Now channel some chakra and I will start you lesson. Naruto nods and gathers chakra, and the 8 tetragram seal appears on Naruto's stomach. That's his seal. Naruto says, looking at Jiraiya. Yes, and it's well written too, Jiraiya says. Now, as you know, Biju are incredibly powerful, none more so than the 9 tails. Damn straight, Kurama says. The more tails a Biju has, the harder it is to seal. The one tail is the easiest to seal, but a weak seal is very dangerous, as a Biju will do everything in its power to release itself from the seal. Unless the Biju likes the host, then it's a different story. Your seal is strong, it is a 4 on top of a 4 to make an 8. I wouldn't be surprised if that seal of yours could hold all 9 beasts. Was Dad that great of a Fūinjutsu specialist? Naruto wonders. Compared to an Uzumaki, your father was just above apprentice, and into the realm of adept, and that's one hell of an achievement. Anyway, there are an infinite amount of seals in this world that could contain a Biju, but weakest seal I have ever heard of is the pentagram seal. While it's able to hold a Biju, it's absolutely pathetic. It couldn't hold anything stronger than the one tail. Jiraiya takes out 4 ink bottles, a brush, and some paper. Now I am going to tell you about ink quality. Jiraiya points to the one on the far left. This ink is stuff you would use for basic writing, which makes it very poor for sealing. This ink is very low quality, and is rarely exposed to chakra, which is also another key factor in the quality of ink. The one next to it you can find in tool shops and is great for explosive tags and storage seals. This ink was exposed to chakra during production, but it could sit on shelves for weeks or even months on end, which depletes the chakra it was exposed to, so again not great for sealing, but if you have to use it you can. Jiraiya points to the third bottle. This ink was extracted from a gigantic squid towards the coast of Kumo, and is exposed to high amounts of chakra on a daily basis, so it's high quality stuff. Jiraiya then points to the last bottle. This ink is the highest quality you can get, and can only be found in 2 places. The first is the Hachibi. As a biju, its chakra is really up there, and the ink is comprised completely of chakra, as such it could be used to seal up just about anything. The only other place you can find this quality of ink is a ninja octopus of the coast of the land of Whirlpool. Thank you Dragolite for letting me borrow that idea. It swims in chakra-rich water, and everything it eats is exposed to this chakra, which is the reason for its high quality. Naruto nods. I know the host of the Hachibi, and I will send an order for some sealing ink. Alright Naruto, why don't you show me how you have progressed, and make some chakra weights, plus you said you needed some. Naruto nods again, and starts drawing mutable weight symbols on the wristbands and leg bands similar to Lee's. Then Naruto adds a chain seal so he can release them in case of emergency. Jiraiya looked at Naruto's work. Naruto hadn't just drawn the seals, he made it look like an art. Every stroke of the brush was flawless. Jiraiya remembered back when he watched Kushina make seals, it was like a thing of beauty. Nicely done Naruto, now put them on and add chakra to the first 3 levels. Naruto nods and puts the weights on, and then starts adding chakra until the first 3 levels are activated. While these are heavy, Naruto starts walking around as he tries to get used to the weight. Naruto, I don't want you to take off those weights ever. Alright Arrow Senin. Naruto smiles, then he clapped his hands together. With style, 4 prison pillar jutsu. Damn it Naruto, stop calling me that. Jiraiya yells, growing a tick mark. Let me out of here. Never. Naruto says, walking off laughing as he goes. Naruto walks over to the Shinobi Archives. When Naruto arrives at the archives, he shows the pass he keeps in his pockets. The Umbu outside nod, and Naruto walked into the archive, and an Umbu with a porcelain mask resembling a cat with 3 red stripes, 1 vertical stripe on the forehead and 2 horizontal stripes, 1 on each cheek. Good day Naruto, the Umbu says. Good day Nico. Naruto smiles. What are you looking for today? Nico asks. Any non-classified information on Kakashi Hatake. Alright, follow me. Nico gets up and walks towards the section where Kakashi's information was stored. Here you go Naruto. Thank you Nico. Naruto looks at the file on Kakashi. Let's see here. Naruto reads some of the info. No aliases: Kakashi the copy ninja, Kakashi of the Sharingan Eye, sensei, Minato Namake's status, deceased, teammates, Obito Uchiha status, deceased, Rin Noera status, deceased, man poor guy to lose all his teammates, said to have copied over 1000 jutsu. Oh that's useful. Axumbu retired for unknown reasons, has never passed a single team due to failed expectations. Oh that's bad, but nothing that Hinata, Sasuke and I can't handle. Favorite motto: in the ninja world those who break the rules are trash. That's true, but those who abandon their comrades are worse than trash. So that was probably why he failed his other students, they failed to work as a team. That's good to know. After Naruto gets all the information he could that wasn't classified, Naruto gets up and walks out. As he passes the front door he waves to Nico. Good day Naruto, I trust you found everything you were looking for? Yes, I found everything I needed, thank you Nico, I will see you around. Naruto walks out. Naruto was walking through Konoha when he noticed a square rock following him down the street. Naruto gets an annoyed look on his face as he watches the rock from the corner of his eye. Naruto knows who is in that box. It's Konohamaru, the 3rd Hokage's grandson. Naruto smiles to himself as he remembers when he first met the overzealous brat. Flashback, the day after Naruto graduated. Naruto was walking towards the Hokage tower for his ninja identification card photo. When Naruto arrives, he sees the Hokage and the photographer. Naruto stands there and the photographer takes the photo. Naruto, please show some emotion so I know you're still you. Sarutobi offers up a silent prayer. Let it never be said that Kami never answered Sarutobi's prayers. Naruto gets a wicked look in his eye, then puts his hands together in the ram symbol and transforms into a naked girl with blonde pigtails and huge boobs. Please don't stare at me like that, you're making me blush, Naruto says. That did it for Sarutobi, shot back with a huge nosebleed. Naruto transforms back laughing. Oh man, the look on your face priceless. Naruto sits down till laughing at Sarutobi. Damn it, Naruto. Sarutobi gets backup tissues in his nose. Just then a small boy rushes in, with a shuriken in his hand. Old man, I challenge you. I'm going to defeat you and become the 5th Hokage. Then the boy trips on his scarf. Insert slow asshole clap. My grandson, another headache. Just then a man with black glass and a blue outfit jumpsuit appears in the doorway. Something tripped me, Konohamaru yells. Are you okay, honorable grandson? By the way, there's nothing here to trip on, it's pretty flat, Ebisu says to Konohamaru. Konohamaru looks at Naruto. Just who is this squirt? Naruto thinks. Just then the man gasps as he sees Naruto. It's the kid. Ebisu starts glaring at Naruto. The 9-tailed fox, of course, he's the worst kind of troublemaker. Alright, you're the one who tripped me, aren't you? The boy yells. Naruto gets up and grabs Konohamaru by the scarf. You tripped over your own feet, moron. Hey, you take your hands off him right now, he is the honorable grandson of the honorable 3rd Hokage, Ebisu says. He is? That stopped him, just like all the rest. Now that he knows who I am, he won't dare lay a finger on me. Konohamaru thinks, smiling. What's the matter? I thought you were going to hit me, tough guy. Afraid cause the 3rd Hokage's my grandfather. I don't care if he's your grandmother, databang, you know. A/N. Yes, I know that you know is Kushina's phrase, but I think Naruto should inherit something from his mother, and I really like this and oppose to believe it. I will also be using the Japanese version because it sounds cooler. If you have a problem with that, feel free to let me know. I will mull your suggestions over. Naruto slams his fist onto Konohamaru's skull. This guy's different. Konohamaru falls forward. Oh, this is a riot. Kurama starts laughing in Naruto's head. What is Kurama? Naruto asks. You inherited your mother's catchphrase. This isn't looking good. Sarutobi pinches his eyebrows. Listen carefully, you are the honorable grandson of the honorable 3rd Hokage. You can't let riff-raff like that draw you into a fight even though he dissevers it. Ebisu says. You see, he is far beneath you. You mustn't stoop to his level. You see, as your elite ninja trainer, I am never wrong, which means I am always right. I am far above the other trainers, so heed my every word. Your goal is to become the next Hokage, and I can teach you the best way to do it. Indeed, due to my great skill, I can take you quickly and easily to the top, but you must stay close to me. Ebisu turns to where Konohamaru is standing. You understand me, right, honorable grandson? Just as Ebisu looks, he sees that Konohamaru was standing and sees he is gone. Ebisu starts looking around, panicking. Where did he go now? I think he followed Naruto, but I have no idea where they're going. He with Naruto, that's a disaster. Ebisu runs off. Honorable grandson. How did he grow up to be like that? Sarutobi sighs. My grandson is quite determined. That was his 20th sneak attack today, and if he starts running around with Naruto, he will get even worse. Naruto wouldn't teach him anything too bad, would he? With Naruto, Naruto is walking down the street when he senses a chakra source following him. That brat is following me, isn't he? Naruto asks his 3 guests. Yep, Kurama says. Madara says in agreement. Hashirama responds. Maybe if I ignore him, he will go away. Naruto ponders as he continues walking. After 5 minutes, the boy is getting on Naruto's nerves. He spins around to see a ninja screen that looks like the fence, only it's sideways, and there is a gray helmet sticking over the top. Okay, I know you're following me, so just give it up. That is about the worst disguise I have ever seen. Naruto throws a lightning chakra enhanced kunai right next to the helmet. Oh crud. Konohamaru thinks. By the way, if I had really wanted to kill you, that kunai would have gone right through your head. Saw through my disguise. The rumors about you are true, you're good. Konohamaru says, then he walks over and points at Naruto. Alright, I'll be your apprentice, and you'll be my trainer. What the fuck? And afterward you got to show me that sexy jutsu thing you used on Grandpa Hokage. This is some kind of joke, isn't it? No, I need a new trainer, please, boss. Boss? Yeah, you're the boss. Well, why not, databang? Naruto and Konohamaru walk off towards one of the training grounds. If you want to become a great shinobi, you need to learn proper chakra control. Chakra control? Konohamaru looks confused. Yes, in order to properly utilize a jutsu, you must learn control in order to prevent not only extreme exhaustion but the jutsu from backfiring and failing. When they arrive at a girl's bathhouse, Konohamaru looks shocked. How are we going to get in there? We're both boys. Konohamaru asks. Naruto places his hands together and transforms into Naruto, only completely different. Then he places his hand on Konohamaru's head and focuses a genjutsu that on him that gives him the appearance of his sexy jutsu form and different clothing. I placed a genjutsu on you that has given you the appearance of a girl. It's very hard to detect, so just follow me and don't say anything. Once we go in there, take a quick observation, then we leave, and we speak of this to no one. Konohamaru nods and the two of them walk in, and after a few minutes they walk out and dispel the jutsu, then continue to the training grounds. When they arrive, Naruto looks around, ensuring that no one is around. Now before we begin, I have 2 strict conditions for teaching you this jutsu. What are they, boss? 1. Never, and I mean never, use this jutsu around women or me. Konohamaru nods. Naruto cracks an evil smile. Condition 2 is, use this jutsu to make your grandpa's life a living hell. Yes, sir. Konohamaru puts his hands together. Transform. Konohamaru transform into his first attempt. A/N. Look it up if you need to. How's this? Naruto shakes his head. No go, you got to make her thinner. Thinner, right, boss? Konohamaru transform again. How about this? Naruto shakes his head again. No, Kaguya. Kaguya, right, boss? Konohamaru transform again. How's that? Again. Naruto says. Yes, sir. Naruto sits down looking at the sky. After a few hours, Konohamaru runs up to Naruto. Boss, I did it. Alright, Konohamaru, let's see it. Transform. Konohamaru transformed it his sexy jutsu form. Well done, you have mastered the sexy jutsu. Now we will take a break and then we will work on a chakra control exercise, and once you master that I am going to find something out about your, and depending on what I find out we will go from there. Naruto says, nodding at his apprentice. Right, boss. Konohamaru says. Naruto and Konohamaru sit down a log with some drinks. So what's this obsession you've got with your grandpa? Naruto asks. My grandpa named me Konohamaru after the ancient name of the village so it would be easy to remember, but no one calls me that, not one person in the whole village. But that's because when they look at me they don't see me, all they see is the honorable grandson of the Lord Hokage. No one who knows who I am. I can't stand it anymore, it's like I'm invisible, I hate that. That's why I have to become the Hokage now, so people know who I am. I'm sorry to say this, but that's a stupid reason to become Hokage. Konohamaru looks shocked. A friend of mine once told me something I will never forget. Flashback: Naruto's second year of training. Naruto's Mindscape, A/N. Yes, this is a flashback within a flashback, so please don't post any Inception reviews. All Inception review will be removed. I have no legal rights to the movie Inception or any products formed off this movie. Naruto had just finished training himself to withstand killer intent, and he was training against Kurama. This was day 90 of Naruto's training against the intent. At first Naruto was a mess, but now he was resisting quite well. Naruto was almost able to resist 30% of Kurama's killer intent. After the day's training, Naruto, Madara and Hashirama are sitting in a circle. So Naruto, why do you want to become Hokage? Hashirama asks. So that way the whole village won't see me as just a fox but as a person, then the whole village will acknowledge my existence. Madara starts laughing. Even I haven't been a Kage, and I know that's a stupid reason for trying to be one. Well, I wouldn't have put so bluntly, Hashirama says. But Madara is right, Hashirama smiles. People don't get acknowledged because they are Hokage, rather acknowledged people become Hokage. However, the true definition of Hokage is someone who will lay down their lives for his comrades and will struggle on until the very end to protect his home, and those who burn with the will of fire. The same holds true for all the villages, well except the will of fire part. And flashback within flashback. I am going to tell you what he told me. People don't get acknowledged because they are Hokage, rather acknowledged people become Hokage. However, the true definition of Hokage is someone who will lay down their lives for his comrades and will struggle on until the very end to protect his home, and those who burn with the will of fire. That is what my friend told me, and he is right. However, there is one more thing you will need to do before you become the Hokage. What? What is it? You're going to have to beat me in battle. Konohamaru smiles at Naruto. Just then Ebisu lands on a tree branch above them. I found you. Ebisu glares at Naruto with an ice-cold look. The nine-tailed fox. There's that damn look again. I swear if he continues to look at me like that I'm going to kill him. So honorable grandson, time to go home. No way, I'm learning how to beat my grandfather till I can get the title Hokage. Now get out of my way. A Hokage is more than just a fighter. He must know virtue, honor, wisdom, and must be skilled at 1000 jutsu. You don't even know one. Transform. Konohamaru transforms into his sexy jutsu form. Hi there, like my jutsu? Ebisu's jaw drops. Hey, he isn't defeated. WH, what kind of scandalous technique is that? Such a vulgar technique can never influence me, I am far above it. Vulgar or not, it's funny, and I will not let this guy treat me like dirt. Naruto glares at Ebisu and Naruto clenches his fists. Honorable grandson, stop this. Right now! Naruto's turning you into a delinquent, only my special training can put you on the fast track to becoming Hokage. Just leave me alone! Konohamaru shouts. That's it! Naruto roars. Ebisu looks over at Naruto, then Ebisu's jaw drops at the sheer chakra Naruto is molding. Ebisu looks into Naruto's eyes and Naruto smiles, then his eyes emit a small amount of chakra and then Ebisu has spikes driven through his limbs. Genjutsu. Ebisu lifts his arms to dispel the jutsu but finds the spikes are taking away his body's freedom. How can this be? This genjutsu shouldn't be causing me physical pain. You're trapped, Ebisu. Even if you break free, I have a little surprise. Naruto creates the cross seal. Shadow clone jutsu. Ebisu eventually raises his hands in the ram seal. Our release. When Ebisu sees all the clones. Bitch please, I'm a jounin, an elite ninja, not a lightweight like Mizuki. Such a trick will never work on me. Care to test your luck? Naruto smiles evilly. Ebisu charges and ready to rip Naruto a new one for messing with his student, but then all the clones make the same hand sign. Transform. Every clone says simultaneously, and they are enveloped in a cloud of smoke. When the smoke clears, the clones have changed to Naruto. Ebisu rockets back with a huge nosebleed. Got you with my harem jutsu. Naruto laughs. That was so cool, boss. Konohamaru says, stars in his eyes. With the Hokage, Sarutobi had been following Naruto's exploits with his grandson. He combined the shadow clone jutsu with his own invention, the sexy jutsu. How moronic. Sarutobi sits back in his chair with a small blush. However, he could probably get me with that jutsu too. Back with Naruto and Konohamaru. That's how it's done. Naruto smiles at Konohamaru. Alright, now for your next exercise. Naruto walks Konohamaru to a tree and points to it. Climb. Konohamaru looks at Naruto as if he is crazy. I can climb trees just fine, thank you. Then show me, but there is a catch, you can't use your hands. How am I supposed to do that? Watch and learn. Naruto runs at the tree, channeling chakra to his feet. When his foot makes contact with the tree, Naruto pushes off the ground and starts running up the tree. When Naruto reaches the top, he jumps off and lands on the ground with a thud. Oh my god, how did you do that? Konohamaru asks. I channel my chakra into my feet, but to ensure I stick I must use the right amount. Too much, and I blast off the tree. Too little and I won't stick. This is a basic chakra control exercise, but it's necessary for a ninja to learn proper control to perform jutsu properly. Now climb! Naruto barks. Konohamaru's eyes widen in fear and he starts running at the tree to perform the exercise. After hours of trying, Konohamaru had made it halfway up the tree. Nicely done, Konohamaru, but that's enough for today. Go home and get some sleep, keep practicing your control. Naruto says to Konohamaru, smiling. Yes sir, but I'm not your apprentice anymore. Naruto looks confused. Cause now we're rivals for the title of Hokage. Konohamaru smiles at Naruto. That we are, Konohamaru. Then an idea strikes Naruto, and he grabs Konohamaru's shoulder. Before we go, I need you to do something for me. What? Naruto reaches into his back pocket and pulls out a small piece of paper and hands it to Konohamaru. Channel your chakra into this paper. I want to find out your affinity, so you work towards it. Alright, but how will we know what my affinity is? This paper was made from a tree that was exposed, and will react to even the slightest hint of chakra. Do you know what the 5 affinities for chakra are? Yeah, fire, water, earth, lightning, and wind. Naruto nods. Very good, now every shinobi has affinities for jutsu. Now watch what happens when you channel chakra into this paper. Right, boss. Konohamaru focuses his chakra into the paper. After a few seconds, the paper splits in half and bursts into flames. What happened? Konohamaru looks confused. You have 2 affinities, which is rare for anyone below jounin to have. Your affinities are wind and fire, which is a good combination to have. It is? Konohamaru asks. Yes, think of it this way, if you pump wind into a fire, what happens to it? It gets bigger. Exactly, any wind-style jutsu you cast will amplify a fire jutsu that a friend or foe uses, so best of luck to you learning to wield those affinities. I have to go. Naruto starts walking off when a thought strikes him. Konohamaru, I want you to promise me something. What, boss? Konohamaru asks. Don't go spreading rumors about me or my abilities. I want to keep my abilities a secret as long as possible. Yes, sir. Konohamaru says, saluting. He's a good kid, Naruto thinks to himself as he walks away. End flashback. Konohamaru, what did I tell you about disguises? Naruto says to the rock. Darn it, how am I going to get the drop on you if you keep seeing through my disguises? The rock says, then it explodes in different colors of smoke. 3 shapes appear in the smoke. Too much gunpowder. The leftmost shape turns to the others. This voice sounds male. You think? The rightmost shape replies sarcastically. This voice sounds female. Guys, calm down, we gotta make a good impression on the boss. Konohamaru's voice calls out from the center. Insert the Konohamaru's squad intro. Yeah, I'm too lazy to write it. So Konohamaru, why have brought these 2 with you? Naruto asks as he raises an eyebrow. I've been telling them all about you and they want to learn from you too. That's right, says Udan as he sniffles to try and clear his nose. Konohamaru says, you're really strong, Moegi says. Naruto looks at Konohamaru, his arms crossed. What did I tell you about spreading rumors about my abilities, Konohamaru? Naruto says as he glares at Konohamaru, who starts sweating bullets. I didn't say anything, all I said was that you're really strong and you live with Huga, Konohamaru says. That better be it, Konohamaru, or I will make you wear chakra weights for a month, Naruto threatened. So what did you want? I want to show you something. What did you want to show me? Naruto asks apprehensively. I mastered that chakra control exercise you showed me. Naruto's eyes widen a little. Very good, Konohamaru. Naruto smiles. I also wanted to ask you something. Alright, shoot. Could you teach Moegi and Udan that exercise? Konohamaru, if they are your friends, then you should teach them. That's how Sasuke, Hinata, and I got so close. Alright, boss, I will, Konohamaru says. I have something for you, Konohamaru. What? A fire jutsu that I want you to practice. I get to learn a fire jutsu. Konohamaru starts jumping around. Naruto grows a tick mark and slams his fist into Konohamaru's head. Pay attention, Databane. Naruto snaps. Konohamaru stops jumping around and looks at Naruto. Follow me, we're going to a training ground. Yes, sir. The Konohamaru squad says simultaneously. Then the 4 of them walks towards training ground 12. When they arrive at the training ground, Naruto turns to the 3 of them and says, Konohamaru, show them the tree climbing exercise, and then when they start working on it, I will show you the jutsu I am going to teach you. Konohamaru nods and walks over some of the trees with his friends. Alright, Moegi, Udan, I'm going to show you a chakra control exercise that the boss showed me. Konohamaru says, and then he channels chakra into his feet and runs at the tree and starts running up it, then stops halfway up. This exercise relies on control. If you put too little chakra to your feet, you slide off. Konohamaru halves the chakra in his feet and he starts sliding off. But too much and you blast off the tree. Konohamaru triples the chakra in his feet and an imprint of his foot, and he rockets off the tree. If I were you, I would mark my progress with a kunai, because that's what I did and I managed to get it in a few days. Right. Moegi and Udan say simultaneously. Get to work. Konohamaru says. Moegi and Udan nod and they start running at the tree, channeling chakra to their feet. Konohamaru looks at Naruto, looking at him, smiling. Alright, Konohamaru, this jutsu is called Fireball Jutsu. The hand signs are as follows: tiger, monkey, boar, horse, tiger. Naruto performs the hand signs and inhales. Fire style, Fireball Jutsu. Naruto exhales a gigantic fireball the size of a house and roars over the lake. Konohamaru looks in shock at the sheer power of the jutsu, then he turns to Naruto. Naruto and I send how much chakra